Make up your mind. What? No. It's a black screen. Oh. What? It's a disgusting sight. Oh, crap. I just avoided that thing. Like a pro. Like a pro. Crap! I'm gonna try and get rid of Shinji here. Yeah, multi-kill. Eat that. Eat that, yo.
Yeah, we'd like catch, like as kids, we'd catch them and like keep them in like a little fish tank with dirt in and feed them bugs and stuff. Do you not do that over there?
No. Go back to the shadow. No, you will not take me. Oh, are you kidding me? I got out of the way. I totally got out of the way. Wait a minute, I did not create a character in Tonberry. I created a character in Kujata. What the? How did that happen? What the hell? Why is there a merchant right in the middle of this fight? Eat that.
Point blank revenge.
Oh, revenge. So this already. What's this? Oh. Shit, that wasn't even 30 seconds. That was like 10. Hey. I got an achievement. Total kill 1 world versus world. Let's finish him off. Come on, come on, come on. Finish him off. Finish him off. Gotcha. Now what? Who am I looking for? I'm looking for... What the heck was that? Rubber banding at its best. This is probably gonna go into like the highlight reel. Greetings ladies and gentlemen, GRM Adrian here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the third Neverwinter leveling stream here on YouTube. A lot to talk about, of course, because it's been a week since the last stream, and I just want to say hi real quick to Quingnam, Heavy Rain, Punk, and Jay, who are already in chat. You guys, good to see all of you folks. Lots to talk about, but you know, first I want to apologize for yesterday, Saturday. I wanted to stream yesterday. The only thing was, if you remember a couple of months back, you know, YouTubers started getting hit with this advertising friendly crap, and because of where I am in the world, I guess it took a while to get to me, but I got hit with a bunch of those. For those of you that are already on my Discord, you know what I'm talking about. Those videos are, you know, not making any money, so I had to figure out what I needed to do to get those manually reviewed by YouTube, because those aren't manually reviewed. It's all an automated system that does it. So yeah, it took a lot of research, and moving forward I'm gonna have to be kind of careful about how I go on with that. And it kind of sucks too, because some of the videos that got hit was like the Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire streams. For some reason, I don't know what part of that video is not advertiser friendly, probably the word fire or my use of the thumbnail, I don't know, but it's really frustrating. The jumping puzzle one too, I gave up, so I'm not gonna think about that. I'm gonna think about all that stuff next week. Right now, let's just focus on Neverwinter. As I said, so much has happened, and I'm actually, I'm level 64, y'all. How? Well, I'm not gonna give myself too much credit, because right now there's a double XP bonus event going on. Like right here, you can see on the right side, 2 times the enchants and runes, and 2 times the experience. So this double XP thing is gonna last until the 1st of November, and it kind of came on during the Halloween event, which is called the Masquerade of Lies, which we'll check out after this as well. So that kind of hit on Wednesday, I think, and since then I've just been getting a lot of XP. So I've made a lot of progress here on my Oathbound Paladin. And yeah, the game has completely opened up. There's a lot more for me to talk about here, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna head back to, where am I? I'm in the Underdark, the Whispering Caverns. I'm gonna head back to Protector's Enclave, and then from there I'll talk about some of the things that I've been experiencing from like level 26 last Sunday all the way up to like level 64 today. And there's a lot, man. Meanwhile, checking in on chat. By the way, Punk, it's not actually a new intro. I think that was a pretty old intro. I just, you know, in the streams in between the last couple of months, I've never really used that intro. But I thought, you know what, I'd bring it back because I made the intro. I thought it was pretty cool for the channel. I thought it was pretty cool for the stream. So hey. Another thing you might notice is that hopefully the video quality is a lot more smoother because I'm actually streaming tonight's stream in 60 FPS. So that's 60 frame rate per second instead of the usual 30. So I'm gonna need some feedback from you guys about, you know, how it looks. Is it taking a lot of time to buffer? Because I am conscious that not everybody has, you know, internet speeds all over the world varies, right? So some of us have really super fast internet that don't need any buffering, while there are people, maybe even from my part of the world, that don't have super fast internet. So 1080p 60 FPS could be on the higher side. I just thought I'd test it out tonight's stream and see how it looks, because I definitely, from the preview on my OBS capture here, it does look a lot more smoother. So hopefully that that translates across on screen. Alrighty, scrolling down here. Quingnum says, any game that includes fighting or killing is not advertiser friendly. Kind of sucks, isn't it? Because that's our bread and butter for us gaming YouTubers. You know, we don't decide what content is gonna be on the game. We play it for the entertainment. Some of us play it to review the game. We're critics. We want to, you know, give you guys some value about whether it's fun or not, whether it's worth your money. And advertisers are like, oh no, who cares? Kind of sucks. Quingnam says, streaming is pretty good here. Awesome, great. Then we will carry on now. So hopefully no DC, nothing. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is campaigns. Now in the last stream, I'm not sure if he's in here or he's watching in chat or whatever, but I believe it was GG Meister who has a level capped character here, Neverwinter, said that, hey dude, you should totally check your log, your quest log, and look for campaigns, because campaigns is a form of content that apparently you get as you progress along in the game. And I thought, that sounds pretty cool, why haven't I heard about it? And the reason for that is that when I bought the Founders Pack for Neverwinter, and when I first started playing, which was like in 2013, I left after about a month, so I never really hit level cap. And what they've introduced after I left the game is this thing called campaigns. So in your quest journal, and on the far right tab, you'll see a bunch of campaigns here. So you got the Order of the Third Eye, you've got a PvP campaign, you've got Tyranny of Dragons, and all these other little things here, like these are just name of maps. These are play areas that Sergeant Knox, who is your main quest giver in Neverwinter, is going to send you to these various different maps. So that's what you're seeing here: Ebon Downs, Velos, Pirates, Skyhole. So the tick simply means I've completed the main quest chains, the important quest chains, and that allows me to claim a reward. And these are enchanting stones, which is for artifacts and whatnot, and then the symbol of Savras, which is like, it's a currency that you can trade in for, I suppose, gear later on. So all the ticks means I've completed that. I am now on the Whispering Caverns, level 56, so that's where I'm at. In terms of campaigns, you'll only get 2 on your journey from like level 10 all the way to like 60. So in between, there's only 2 campaigns you can do. The first one is the Third Eye, as I talked about. I've already completed this. I did this week because I had to go back and look for a quest from Sergeant Knox to start this campaign. And it basically involves, you gotta hit the view campaign here, and this kind of opens up a progression thing whereby you have to start from the bottom, and it has several different objectives. Like you could go talk to an NPC on a few different maps, and that's just to, you know, get you introduced into what campaigns are, how they operate, what kind of currency you'll need, and stuff like that. So that's the level 10 one. If you are a brand new player, I highly suggest you go and do this in case you missed it, because I was trying to think to myself, and when I watched back, I watched the first stream again, there wasn't like a help pop-up or, you know, this like tooltip that say, hey, you're level 10. You have unlocked this new thing called a campaign. You might want to check it out. I did not see that, so it can be kind of confusing and very easy to miss if you're a new player who has never played Neverwinter before. I highly suggest checking your quest tab and your campaign stuff. And this first one, Order of the Third Eye, I highly suggest you do it because at the end it gives you a bag. Very important. This bag is only gives you 12 inventory slots, but it's a free bag. Otherwise, you're gonna have to pay Astral Diamonds on the auction house to get one, or you're gonna have to go to the store and buy it for Zen. So again, complete that. Level 10. That opens up at level 10. And at 26, this one started. This one, I got a notification when I leveled up at 26, and it was to go and talk to somebody here in Protector's Enclave, and it's to unlock the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. So as you can see, I'm 27% done. Now this is what you know, a full-fledged campaign looks like. This one is it's, I don't know, it's something I've never seen this type of content in the MMOs that I play before, because it's mostly busy work. And what I mean by that is, like, first, to unlock a campaign, you have to pick up the starter quest, the prerequisite, you know, go talk to somebody, chit chat, you know, find out what the story's behind, what the story of the campaign is. And basically, Tyranny of Dragons, when I picked it up, it was about like this cult that's trying to bring back, you know, the dragons and whatever, in addition to the threat of the main story, which is Valindra and whatnot. So one of the first tasks here, assist the Harpers, which I've completed, is to basically, you need to assist the Harpers, and I'll show you exactly how it works out. So I've done 3 of that, so I'm going to pick up the one that I did yesterday. This gives me a Draconic enchantment, and if you do certain campaigns, you get certain rewards for those campaigns, like Draconic enchantment, for example. It's got to do with the Tyranny of Dragons, I suppose. So let's take that reward. And now I'm 2 out of 3 for this particular assignment. Let's just call it that. And then I can move on here and move on. So what exactly is it? So it's repeatable. It takes 20 hours. Now this is where it gets really interesting, because when I first did this, I thought, oh hey, cool, it's like a separate side quest that I'm gonna have to take and, you know, go to a different map and check stuff out. Not for this one yet, because it's still in the preliminary stages. I'm only in like the bottom tier, and it's gonna take a while because each step takes 20 hours to complete. You'll get a cloak as well, which is like level 35, but I'm so far leveled ahead, there's absolutely no point. And it also requires currency, like Dragon Horde coins and that cult secret. So I'm just gonna hit start, and that's it. You don't touch it until tomorrow, 22 hours, or whenever that's done. That's a timing tracker thing there. And at the bottom here, you'll actually see all the different currencies that this campaign needs. So where do you get this currency? You get it from dailies. So while this whole 3 progression thing doesn't really take you anywhere, the dailies, some dailies do unlock, and there's like a couple of people in Protector's Enclave that will give you dailies with regard to this particular campaign. So you're gonna pick up 3 a day, then go to the map where this story is taking place, and then you complete that, and you know, that's how you're gonna earn the currency. On the far right of the campaign page is something called boons. Boons are like permanent character stat upgrades and unlocks that you can just, you know, add to your character and get more powerful, which is again why I suggest you take a look at campaigns. So like for this one, it starts at the bottom here and then goes all the way to the top, to the right. The first one is like, you know, you can add 1006 hit points, or you can choose 400 power. Choice is yours. But to get this boon, you're going to need all the currencies, right? So that's why the dailies come into play. You want to get your dailies done. So that's sort of the campaign discovery that I'm trying to complete, but it's gonna take a lot of time because, you know, it's a time sink, it's busy work. You cannot obviously get it overnight. So let's go see some of the dailies for the Tyranny of Dragons that I've already unlocked, and I'll show you exactly where they are. I mean, if you open your map, if there are any quest givers that have dailies, they will pop up in the blue exclamation mark right there. So that guy's the usual daily dungeon chest key. I'm just gonna grab that from him real quick, because I do have plans to show you guys what the latest patch has done to Neverwinter, and it's not necessarily good. So we'll talk about that in a sec. Alrighty, checking chat here. Oh, completely missed out. Just give me a sec here, guys. Bang Bang, hey Bang Bang, welcome to the stream. Says, quit this, go play ESO Clockwork City. Bang Bang, I I've sort of committed to making a Neverwinter review, either a top 10 reasons to play or a full MMO review in a similar format and style as my usual top 10 videos. So once I commit to a review, I usually just follow through, especially if I've already put the live stream out in advance. But I do have plans to go play Clockwork City and check that out. So don't worry, that could be coming to my channel either in a video format or in another stream. Punk says now we should do some more dungeon runs on ESO. Let me get better first. I don't want to have another disastrous dungeon run. Heavy Rain says, my opinion of Neverwinter online. Neverwinter is a disappointing MMO. There isn't a lot of freedom for players to roam, and it doesn't reimagine itself in the open world genre. For a free-to-play game, it offers too little. Interesting opinion there, Heavy Rain. I mean, that's from everything that I've sort of seen over the past couple of years about Neverwinter. There's a reason why I quit the game in 2013. Because in some ways I do agree with your opinion, and I'll probably talk about that more at the end of the stream once I've gone through all the stuff I want to talk about here today. So we'll revisit that topic, Heavy Rain, in a sec. Quicknam says, should help me craft my legendary weapon in Guild Wars 2. Dude, I thought about starting legendary weapons, and then I was like, I'm just having so much fun, and because of how I now understand my class, my guardian, and how it works with the ascendant stuff that I actually have right now, I actually don't feel the need to grind for a legendary weapon, not right now at least. So maybe in the future when I start to do that, I'll probably enlist your help, and vice versa. I could help you out too. Quicknam says, to be honest, I kind of dislike Neverwinter online. Yeah, so a lot of you guys are making your voices heard. I hear you in chat. I read it. Do not worry. Heavy Rain says, I succeeded on Guild Wars 2's Halloween Mega Cover, the Mad King's Clock Tower jumping puzzle 6 times. You win, dude. That's pretty sick. I don't think I could do that 6 times. That's awesome. Bang Bang says ESO is the way. Quicknam says DDO is better. Punk says red cap plus 100% armor, evasion, and melee defense can also subdue the opponent with awe. Yeah, okay, we got some red cap banner in here. I should probably change to a black cap and see what the reaction is. Alrighty, so here I am at Harper Bollard. Harper Bollard is the person that I deal with who gives me the daily quests for the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. So different campaigns, because as you can see, there's so many campaigns down here. I mean, these are not maps. I mean, they do take you to new areas. Like, for example, the latest patch is Mod 12, which is Tomb of Annihilation. So that has a brand new map area and a brand new campaign, Jungles of Chult. So every new expansion, aka mod, is what they call it here. You'll get a new map and a new campaign and whatever. So there's just so many to do. And now that I'm 64, a lot more of these are opening up. So a lot of quest givers are popping up. I don't want to touch them until I'm actually fully done with, leveling the PvE all the way to the end. And then I'll start doing this, and I'll start taking a look at endgame. So that's my plan of attack for the review, because if I start doing too many things at once, I'm just gonna clusterfuck myself, and I'm not gonna have a clear mind in terms of putting out a review in a very sort of objective order about endgame and how do you progress into the campaigns above level 60 and whatnot. And I believe level 60 was the first level cap before it hit 70. So that is my plan. So, Tyranny of Dragons. Let's talk to Harper Bollard.
Can the Harpers depend on you?
Right, so these are our dailies for that campaign. Again, it's a level 26 campaign, and I guess the reason they introduced that early on is because they want players to sort of, as they level up, you put some work into the campaign thing is, by the time you even get to like 80% of that campaign, I suspect you'll be like 3 months into level 70 and doing other stuff. So culling the cultist, kill 25 members of the Cult of the Dragon. There's sort of a story about that campaign, as I said earlier. Not gonna go into that. And common cause, ate the specific contact. So that's basically going into that particular zone and picking up that quest. And there's 3. There's culling the cultist, grave swapping on the right side, as you can see, and then ghost stories. Now, ghost stories is a pain in the butt. I did that on Friday, I think, and I got my ass handed to me. Also, the difficulty spike in Neverwinter. Once you've hit like, you know, 55, 60 plus, things get a lot more difficult. So if you're a free player, you want to make sure that your gear is up to date, and there's so many ways to do that. You can either purchase gear from the auction house, or you know how on every map you'll see a bunch of like a bounty hunter that you can talk to buy gear, and there's even a seal vendor. So if you've been doing your daily dungeons, which again I highly suggest you do every day, kind of feels like a grind. It is a grind, I'm not gonna lie. For Astral Diamonds, then you will get Seal of the Adventurer, and you can pick up some gear that will last you up to like 65, and then you gotta start thinking about where am I gonna go and get better gear. So I'm on a mission to find that out myself. So Harper Board to Harper Wendell. So this is again part of the Tyranny of Dragons. This is just doing my dailies for that campaign to pick up the currencies. So grave swapping, swap grave markers, and Charthraxis. Now Charthraxis is pretty interesting. When I first stumbled upon this was actually pretty fun because it's a sort of like a landscape boss fight that happens every 20 minutes. It's a dragon. And some of these maps, let's see, 16 minutes, 40 seconds on 4. Alright, wait, that was at 9:22. What time is it? 9:22. Oh, I can't change my instance. Usually I look at the zone map chat, and everyone's calling out when's Charthrax is gonna appear, and then we'll just hop onto that zone and get it done. Fortunately, I can't swap, so let's go ahead and do swap the grave markers first. That's pretty easy. The one thing about the daily I will say is that like some maps, like right now I'm 64, and Never Death, which is the name of this map, is actually for like 30 something. So once I get to the dragon fight area, I'm sort of scaled down. And I think for some of the other campaigns it's gonna work that way too. I'm not sure. I just hit 64 and I'm still doing level 50 something content because of that double XP boost. I wasn't really expecting that to happen. So yeah, I've totally just over leveled a bunch of the content on the way up, and yeah. So swap grave markers. Grave markers, they should be alright. So here is the area where Charthraxis will like fly down, and then it's gonna be a large dragon battle and stuff. I'm looking for grave markers, and you can see it just over there, so that's what I need to do. Go kill stuff. In terms of my class's power, yeah, in the last stream, again, Gigimeister said that at level 26, your class sort of opens up as well. You'll get a choice to pick like a subclass. For example, for the Oathbound Paladin, you could go into more tanky, more tanking, or more heals, and I've went for the Oath of Devotion. There's another one that you can pick when you hit 26. I picked Devotion simply because of the heals, and once I hit 70 I am gonna respec because I found a pretty good build online. There's a guide, of course, you can look it up, about how to build a decent character for endgame, and that's what I'm looking at. I just want to hit 70 first before I start like respecing the character and trying out new builds and stuff, as well as gear hunting. So yeah, I'm just happy with where it's at right now. Lots of survivability, but I'm not hitting as hard, especially in dungeons. And we'll talk about that later. That's it. No boons yet. Boons is again like what I talked about in the campaign page. You want to do campaigns because you can unlock boons, and look, they come from a shit ton of campaigns. The new one, you got boons, so many boons here and there, and then Tyranny of Dragons, which is the campaign I'm currently on, I need just enough currency to unlock that. So these are permanent unlocks, y'all. Again, very important. And I suppose if you've never heard of boons and you're wondering why, like in PvP or, you know, in other content, why other players are hitting so much more harder than you, it's because they probably have spent the time to unlock all the boons. That's you know, one of the reasons. Okay, 3 more graves. Oh man, I see a loot box chat, loot box talk happening in chat. I want to take part in that. what? Creedom says too many peasants buy into loot boxes. Heavy Rain says and Shadow of War loot boxes. Fuck that. Punk says I already have my place. All right, you guys. Creedom says loot boxes shouldn't appear in any game that costs money to buy or play. That's a. I agree with you there, Quingnam. I mean, if it's like a full subscription game, for example, then when you start seeing loot boxes, you're like, oh, that's just greedy, and it is. I mean, if it's only a subscription game, you know, they are making money. Do they need that extra income from loot boxes? I don't think so. If you're a buy-to-play game, that's where it's on the fence for me. That really depends on, you know, what kind of loot boxes that is, because like buy-to-play games like Guild Wars 2 and Elder Scrolls Online, both have loot boxes in them. You know, it doesn't come with like really powerful gear or anything, but that's not the point. The point is those boxes do exist, and it's another form or another way for them to make money. In a free-to-play game, that is, I would say about 70-80% of their revenue is from loot boxes. But a lot of the time, like Neverwinter, for example, people will spend on, you know, their real money to buy VIP, and VIP can also be extended with in-game currency like Astral Diamonds. So the one thing I haven't shown you guys on stream yet is this. This is the Astral Diamond Exchange, where you can buy Zen or you can sell Zen for Astral Diamonds. So the current rate it's going for is about 400. The cheapest is 496 each, and you can get about I don't know the exact number, maybe 400,000 Astral Diamonds a week if you do your dungeon runs and, you know, take part in PvP and all that stuff every day. Then yeah, you can totally buy VIP without spending a single cent. The problem is you're going to spend a lot of time on Neverwinter. So that's up to you. If this is like your main MMO, then probably worth it for you to spend that amount of time to get the Astral Diamonds to buy Zen. Otherwise, there's absolutely no reason for it, I don't think. In terms of like pay-to-win stuff, like I've been studying Neverwinter store. And, you know, there's some things... Hang on, I'm getting hit here, am I? No, it's not me. Some things in the store do give you like a good advantage. Like there's some mounts, for example. Mounts aren't just travel utility stuff in this game. They're not there for fashion. They're not there just to take you from point A to point B. Your mounts has passive and active benefits when you equip them or when you put them on your stable. They do give you benefits, and some of these are like critical strike. Some of these have, you know, different stuff that they can do, and they do affect your character's gameplay. They can make you stronger, especially if you know, put some of the powerful artifacts or enchantments on them. Then yeah, so you could totally buy, you know, more powerful mounts in here. I don't think you can buy like artifacts and stuff outright. And artifacts, yeah, I've picked up an artifact. This is an example of an artifact that goes in there. This one is it's given to me at like level 20 something. It's just another item that you can slot. It is on my number 0 hotkey, where, you know, you can use it every 2 minutes or so, and then you can upgrade it to a better quality. So let's just show you that real quick. So you hit the refine button here, and this will bring up the refinement panel. And you need like a bunch of items in between to make it go from green uncommon to like a rare, which is blue, and it gets better stats and stuff. So artifacts is another way to power up your character, and there are some really good ones in the game. I picked, you know, I got a choice of 3. The first one was for health and defense. The second one was for like power, and the third one was to summon a shopkeeper anywhere in the world. And he also has like an attack power. So I thought, holy shit, that's actually pretty cool. So like right now, let's just say there wasn't a shopkeeper here. I'm pretty far from like Protector's Enclave and whatever. I hit my artifact key, And here's my shopkeeper, and I can talk to him, and I can buy stuff, and I actually sold some stuff to him, and he actually kept it. Like, these are stuff I can actually buy back, I think. Is it? No, probably not. No, that's the wrong info, sorry. But he does sell some rare gear here, level 60, which is kind of cool. 5 gold. And you can just sell stuff, man. And I thought this was so cool because in other MMOs, let's say like Guild Wars 2, for example, you can get like a merchant, express merchant that you can summon wherever he is in the world. But you have to pay. You gotta pay gems for that in store, or you gotta pay money to unlock some of the loot boxes. And then he comes up as a permanent one, which means you can use it forever. But the amount of loot boxes you have to open to get that merchant express permanent thing it's impossible. So for me to get that in an artifact, I thought was, holy shit, that's actually pretty cool. The problem is I am gimping myself. Yeah, he disappears after you use him. But if there's like combat, then he will fight and he will leave. But I just thought it was pretty cool. And like I said, I am gimping myself because other people would have gone for like power or health or defense or whatever, and I freaking went for like the one with the shopkeeper. So one of the things at endgame for a lot of people will be to like hunt better artifacts, which one's going to give you more power, more combat advantage, and then you just upgrade it all the way to legendary, which is like golden color legendary, which I probably need to start. Jay says, I love the way GRM is just talking away, and we're all talking about how much we want a free rate cap. Yeah, sorry guys, I've got a lot to say in this stream because I've experienced so much that I want to share that experience with you, because that's what this stream is all about. Because if I just put out the final review, then you guys don't actually see the behind the scenes. This is the behind the scenes, and I'm telling you guys what my thoughts are as I experience them during the week. So I've got a lot to say. Sorry if I'm not paying that much attention to chat. But free cap, you say? Hell, I can't even buy a new cap for myself. Free cap, I don't know. Some company or something has to give me like a box of free caps, and then I'll probably ship them off to you. Heavy Rain says Jerem falls in love with Neverwinter. Not unlike, I mean, it's I wouldn't rule out that possibility. I mean, there are moments between level 26 like level 50 where I was having fun, and then a lot of the end game, or a glimpse of the end game, started showing itself to me in the form of campaigns and the grind, and how much effort you actually need to put into this game every day to progress. And another thing I haven't talked about campaigns is that doing some of them will unlock more dungeons, and if you don't do them, you're never gonna unlock those dungeons. So you could be behind your guildmates, you could be behind your friends, and you have to absolutely take the time, to do your dailies every freaking day to get it done. So that is starting to rear its head to me, and I'm like, if I was playing this seriously, bad enough I am already like a casual MMO player that I don't spend too much time on one game, so I'm not gonna spend 6 hours a day doing all kinds of dailies, dungeon dailies, skirmish daily, PvP dailies, campaign dailies, one campaign daily, another campaign's daily, another campaign's daily. There's a lot of fucking dailies in Neverwinter. That's what I'm starting to see. So that's just what I feel right now. Some of the campaigns could be fun, because I'm only doing one right now. It's the Tyranny of Dragons, and I've been doing it consistently since I hit 26, which was probably Tuesday. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counting today. 6 days that I've been doing these dailies in a row, and it starts to burn you out. The problem is you want to do them because that's how I'm gonna get my first boon. That's where the boon is. And I'm pretty close too. I just need like 4 more dragon art page of arcane lore before I can unlock one of these boons. So that's a sort of dilemma that I guess, you know, new Neverwinter players are thinking about. Am I gonna invest that time to get this? Because other free-to-play MMOs, you know, you get the full shebang. You can move on here, you can move on there. You just buy a quest pack, you unlock that region, or you know, you buy a new expansion and you unlock all the content. There's not like a mechanic like campaigns that you have to actually invest in a very vertical progression style thing, which again, I told you guys at the very beginning of the stream, I've never seen before. The problem with this vertical progression thing is just how much of a time sink it is, and when there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 more campaigns to do. So just think about that for a second. If you're a brand new player, you're playing Neverwinter in 2017 for the first time, there's 6 more campaigns on top of the Tyranny of Dragons that you'll pick up at level 26 that you have to do your dailies for. I mean, you don't have to do them all. You're just going to look for the ones that you know, gives you the best boon or give you the best reward, and then you can just look at the top, at the very top of the campaign to see like what are the best things you can get, dragon artifact stuff, or okay, let's try Jungles of Chult. Let's see what their campaign is. This is the brand new one that got released just a month ago. So this one has weekly haul. I have no idea what a weekly haul is. And then it's got more boons on the right side. I actually don't know if the boons accumulate or you can just select a few active ones. Because if you unlock all the boons from all the campaigns, I want to know if that affects your character permanently. So if you unlock all the boons in this game, do you have to pick which... Oh, are those enemies? No, those are players. So yeah, I really want to know how boons work. So I'm gonna try and get one and see how that works. Do I drag them and slot them somewhere, or once it's unlocked, it's just unlocked? So that means, right, if you unlock everything, you have a superior advantage to a player who hasn't. So that's where I'm coming from. And let's just see what the highest thing here is. The Blessing of Ooptao, which is an advancement. What is this? Completing this task unlocks the Tomb of the 9 Gods. Now that is a dungeon. So it's right at the top of the vertical progression thing. So you have to work to unlock a dungeon. That's one thing that I actually don't like. I mean, if you're going to introduce a new dungeon, introduce the new dungeon. Just let us play, let us queue, let us jump in. You know, keeping it behind dailies is just not a thing that I enjoy. You know, I do want to work to progress my character, but there's just so much work you want to do in a fucking day that I'm gonna have to do these daily, that daily, you know. So that's campaigns. And I've talked about that for like 8 minutes, and the dragon is only like a minute away, which is great. So we'll go kill Charthraxis when he comes. And in the meantime, let's check in on chat. Jay says, World of Redcap Online. You guys are voting. You guys are voting for the next MMO. Yeah, that's right. For those of you that are just joining the stream, or you know, I put out a straw poll with a bunch of options for you guys to vote on the next MMO review. And there's a bunch in there from like World of Warcraft to like Rift and Aeon and Star Trek Online. There's just a whole list. So feel free to click on that link. You can see it right now in the chat. Or not, I can bring it up right now with the command vote. And that's going to bring up the poll again. So the link is right there. The link is also in the description box below the stream. So you can totally just check it out there. I will be closing that poll in, I think, midweek November, because I should be done with Neverwinter by then, and then I'm straight away gonna head into like the brand new MMO, whichever the winner is. Alright, here we go. Charthraxis. This is a fight for like 10 players, but I've done it with like 4. It really doesn't matter. We're all scaled down to like level 30 right now. There's a bunch of players here with me, so this is gonna go pretty fast. Here we go. Yeah, his health is just going down. I mean, he's dead. That was the fastest one I've done so far. So once you kill him, you do get a reward. You can click Control F to claim it. And here's where you get 3 Dragon Horde coins. Again, this is currency for the particular campaign that I'm working on, which is called Tyranny of Dragons. And more dragon enchantments. So that's just from completing him, and if you open your map, you will see that he respawns in about 20 minutes. So you could farm, if you really wanted dragon coins for some reason, you could just, and enchantments, you could just farm that every 20 minutes. I've also got a daily to kill 25 Cult of the Dragon, and that's what these guys are, Cult of the Dragon, so I'll be doing that. I'm gonna get this area's dailies done. Jay says, we show the raid cap more love than we do GRM. Yeah, that's true. I was just talking to like a friend, and he was like, dude, your raid cap is more important than you are, by sheer virtue of existence, I suppose. Rico says, locking new content behind busywork sounds like something BioWare would do. Nailed it, Rico. Totally. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. I mean, that's just this is a matter of preference for me. I mean, some people could like the idea that you have to work just a little bit, even though, you know, just like an hour or so before you can actually, you know, unlock a dungeon or something. I mean, I'd probably spoiled by some games like Lord of the Rings, for example. You know, you buy a new expansion, and you know, if it comes with a instance cluster, when that gets released, you can just totally start queuing for it and, you know, running it with your friends and whatever. But if you know, over here it's like, and I actually, because I haven't unlocked it yet, I don't know how long it's gonna take. But judging by, you know, what you've already seen from the Tyranny of Dragons one, like to get somewhere up here, it's gonna like this one took about 60 hours in total because it was 22 hours and I had to do it 3 times. This one has taken me about 60 hours in total as well. So how fucking long is it gonna take me to get up here? So can you imagine what the later ones are? I don't know. If there's like a Neverwinter veteran in chat, you can totally shed some light on campaigns and how long are they supposed to take. And you know, at the same time, that's what new content in Neverwinter is. The new campaigns, new maps, and whatever. Because you know, because of how linear it is, you're only gonna get new maps with new campaigns. I guess that's how it works. All right, I need three more cult guys, and I should be able to hit back and turn in those dailies. All right, objectives complete. Let's go back and turn it in. I got 2 at Windle and 1 at Harper Bohort, so that's back in Protector's Enclave. Let me just see if that's all. I've got 1 more, Ghost Stories, but I did not get the quest for Ghost Stories, so that could be a problem. And you know, speaking of PvP, during the week, I think I was like level 47 when I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna jump into PvP and see what that's about, because the PvP campaign popped up. So this is a PvP campaign that you could get like stuff too for killing players or winning matches, whatever. And I thought maybe it's a good idea for me to get started right now. This is what happens when you are running around with the with the journal tab open. You die, unfortunately, and I'm injured. Holy shit. So I'm gonna have to use an injury kit. Don't do that at home, folks. Don't do that at all. Don't run while looking at stuff. But yeah, I tried getting into a PvP queue, and the thing about PvP, at least at level 40, was you enter everything through a queue. So this is the PvP queue, and they go by brackets. So you can totally see right now, because I'm 64, I'm in the 60 to 69 bracket, and then you got this one as well, 60 to 69 bracket. When I was like 40, I think between 39 and 40, from 30 to 50, that bracket, absolutely no one was queuing. No one was queuing. I was in queue for like an hour and a half, looking to get into a PvP match. Never happened. So that's sort of sucky. It's one of those where I kind of wish that for PvP at least, everybody was standardized, and you know, at a certain level to participate in PvP. Unfortunately, no. So I guess I'll only be able to check that out when I'm 70. I'll probably be. That's where the majority of the player base is at level cap. So I guess that's where I'm gonna get a group. So let's turn this in. Great. Carthraxis also done. 5 dragon coins called secret. Excellent. Unfortunately, I don't have ghost stories. Ghost stories, I know it's like a mini dungeon, but I don't have the quest. Where do I get ghost stories? Apparently from her, but she doesn't have the quest for me today. Is that a bug? Like Common Cause, it's pointing me to go to her, but she doesn't have any more quests for me. So I guess I'll have to come back tomorrow and get ghost stories done. Kind of sucky, but... So I'll go back to Neverwinter and Protector's Enclave and just turn that in and see if like ghost stories is in fact from Harper Board and not the other Harper. Alrighty, checking in on chat here. More red cap. Oh gosh, red cap Neverwinter. Red cap versus Neverwinter. Rico says 10 out of 10. Dignified death. Hardly. I'm still embarrassed by that I actually died while running. Jay says red cap for the win. 11 out of 10. You guys. We got Treehead Games. Yo, Adrian. Yo, Treehead Games. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Jay says level red cap. Treehead Games says I'm Mystic. Just changed my name. Oh, Mystic Gaming. Awesome, dude. I have no idea you changed your name. That's cool. So Treehead Games, huh? Are you like streaming or are you uploading new content stuff? I'll have to check your channel out, dude. But it's good to see you. It's been a while. Jay says everyone in chat change your names to All Hail Red Cap. No, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not worth that. I have no idea why you guys would worship a Red Cap, but don't. That's just weird, man. You're putting me in a weird situation. Alright, okay, this guy, this is the Neverwinter Halloween, and I'll talk about that, or we'll do some after I turn this daily in. I'll be super mad if like I totally missed the Ghost Stories quest. That would suck. Alright, so let's turn in at Harper Board.
Can the Harpers depend on you?
Oh, son of... Ghost Stories is right there. How did I miss that? Shit, I need to like rewind the stream and see if it was there when I first talked to her. I didn't see it, or else I would have picked it up. Let's turn that in.
I hope your actions slow the growth of the cult. If the cult's
yeah. So Ghost Stories, and the reason why I want to do this is because it gives you the Dragon Sigil and the Page of Arcane Lore. Both are important for the campaign, simply because if you want, for example, if you want to get started on the boons, then that's what you need. I'm only 4 lore away. Damn it. And for this one, no, it doesn't need that. But in the higher areas, you're gonna need like dragon sigils and stuff. So I really need to get some of these dailies done. So I just picked it up, but I probably won't do it because that requires like a group of some sort. There's another one here. Okay, that's for like a different campaign. Okay, sweet. So that's just the dailies for one campaign that I've showed you guys, and it's for the Tyranny of Dragons, and we're gonna be moving on from now. But again, I just want to remind you guys that starts at level 26, and 3 days from now, the double XP event is gonna go away. So if you're gonna play Neverwinter after next Tuesday, there's no double XP. So I guess progression as you move your character along the world, and as you start picking up Tyranny of Dragons, their dailies or the campaign, whatever, it's gonna feel more cohesive because you're on level and stuff. For me, taking advantage of the double XP event, you know, I'm so far ahead that now I'm caught in between. Should I just finish the Tyranny of Dragons, or should I just start a brand new campaign at 60 because the rewards could be better or not? So that's what I'm kind of thinking of right now. So if you're a new player, do some research. Probably worth doing all of them at once, I suppose, if you don't kill yourself by confusion or frustration with the amount of dailies that you're gonna be picking up. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sort of like clear my quest log. Force display. No, that's not it. I still haven't figured out how to work my quest log. I want to clear it, but it doesn't seem to have an option there. Oh, display options. Show repeatable only. No. Screw it. Oh, crap. No, not repeatable only. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Let's go do some of the Halloween stuff, and I'll show you guys what Halloween looks like here on Neverwinter. Just need to get my bearings. Where am I? Alright, the FPS drop is happening again, but that's usual in Protector's Enclave. Even with 60 FPS, I am streaming on 60 FPS, by the way, folks, for those of you that are just joining us. It's a step up from 30 FPS. Hopefully, you know, when there's no FPS drops, because Protector's Enclave, which is this map, for some reason it stutters, FPS drops, and it's kind of weird. But in other maps, hopefully it's going to be a smooth experience. And also, when I stream other games, it will look way better now. Alright, so the Masquerade of Lies is the Halloween event, and these come every year. It's their annual thing. First thing first, let's check out the vendor. The Masquerade vendor over here is the person that's going to be selling you all the Halloween goodies and whatnot. And for this year, they have a pet. I think for all the years it's the same. I think it's just reused stuff. So they have a companion that you can get, the Wandering Scarecrow. And this guy is just like a usual companion. You can put rune stones on them. You can give them gear. And he also has his own, you know, unique attacks and whatnot. And I've actually looked into this particular companion to see whether or not it was worth getting, and the large majority of Neverwinter players on Reddit and the forum said not worth the time, because to get it you need to you see, he costs one of each of the masks, and these are the masks that you need. They cost 200 tokens, and I'll talk about tokens in a sec, but these masks are just basically, you know, you can change your outfit. That's the current outfit that I'm using, but you know, that's where the mask slot goes to. So there's one that I'm really interested in. It's the Mask of Luru, because this one's got the unicorn horse head, which I'm a sucker for weird looking stupid things like that. That's something I totally use, you know, just to piss people off, or you know, just to use it in PvP, just to troll. Another one that's pretty good is actually the pumpkin mask. This is pretty sweet because it goes along with my outfit. This outfit actually is these three down here, the Masquerade leggings, and I've been, you know, doing some dailies to get them, and I think they look pretty cool. The black, it's actually black and orange, which is this dye over here, but to me it's like black and gold, which is totally fine. I like black and gold, so that's what I'm rocking right now in terms of cosmetics. But yeah, you need one of each mask turn in to get that Wandering Scarecrow. Totally not worth it. Skeleton as well is only uncommon, so it's not like a great companion, but you know, if you are a collector, then you could go for it. Now, how do you get marks? So tokens, I've got 44 tokens. You get them by collecting pumpkins around Protector's Enclaves. Like, some of these pumpkins will glow, and if you have 0 tokens, or 0, what are they called? I do have a bunch that I know. Damn it. Give me a sec. My bags are all over the place. That one. Liar's Charm. So Liar's Charm is the item that you want to pick up either in the open world. If you're out on the map, you kill a mob, a Liar's Charm will drop if you are, you know, within level range of the mob, and you pick it up. And if you have no charm in your bags, then you can go around Neverwinter and start picking up pumpkins, and each pumpkin will have 1 charm, but you can only pick in a maximum of 5. So what do you do with those charms, you ask? Well, the answer is simple. All around Protector's Enclave, there's gonna be illusionists, like this one over here. That's a Valindra. If you move around a little bit, you'll see a bunch more, and they have like stuff over their head. Like this person, well, he doesn't have a thing over his head. That's pretty weird. Okay, that one does. So Masquerade Illusionist. So all you gotta do is go to him, click that, hit the continue, and he gives you a bag of illusionist tokens. So that's what it is. And then when you double click it, you get a letter. This one you can turn in for refinement points, and refinement points are something that you're gonna need if you want to upgrade your enchantments, your artifacts, and your runestones. Veil of Mists, this is a specific important, I would say, sort of thing that you need to upgrade the artifact. And this particular Halloween event actually gives you an artifact that you can level up all the way into legendary, which is what I'm currently working on. Even though people say it's not that great, but it's kind of cool that they're giving away an artifact if you do the dailies every day that you can just level up to legendary. And of course the tokens. So that's how you're gonna stock up on tokens, basically. I've got 49 of those things, so it's just, you know, for me to get tokens, I have to run around Protector's Enclave, look for those illusionists, and talk to them to get a bag, and then I gotta open all of them. So it's kind of, again, it's kind of grindy. Besides that, there's nothing else in the Halloween to do. There's nothing in other maps or whatever. There's one of the dailies that requires you to go out and find a token. So I'm just gonna grab another bag here. Alright, so let's go pick up the dailies. I mean, they're pretty easy to do. And then we can talk about Mod 12B, which is my next topic of discussion here. Oh, damn it. Alright, let's zoom in here. Okay, 2 dailies. Welcome to Masquerade of Lies. Secrets and Lies is 1 daily. This is basically going to speak to a lore master who just talks about the festival, what it is, why it started, why is it a thing. And then you'll get a memento of mask, which then can be used to upgrade your artifact, and I'll show you that in a sec. Let me just go grab it. And then the second daily...
During the Masquerade of Lies, our masquerade illusionists entertain the good folk of our city.
You don't need to hear that. It's just basically get 5 bags. That's all it is. So let's get the first one done. Let's go ahead and get 5 bags. So that's a pretty cool mount. That's like a galaxy, like the universe is in that deer, in that stag. That's actually pretty sick. Yeah, I mean, Neverwinter. There's a lot of mounts in this game. There's one that I saw, a Commander's Tyrannosaurus Rex, which was... Yeah, I'm a sucker for dinosaurs, and when I saw that mount, I was like, holy shit, I need one. But, you know, that requires you to open loot boxes, and loot boxes costs money, and all that good stuff. Oh, that's a dinosaur over there. Wow, Protector's Enclave is really choppy. It's hard to play. Like, I think because the festival... There it is. That's the command. No, that's not the commander, but that is a Tyrannosaurus Rex mount, and that's so freaking cool. But the size is not that accurate. T-Rexes are bigger, way bigger than that, in my head at least. Nick Scryer has invited you to join a party. Yes, Nick Scryer is actually Horny Templar, a subscriber here on my channel, and also a member of our Discord community. What's up, Nick? If you're watching the stream, you may hear this like 2 minutes late because there is a delay from what you guys are watching on stream to what's actually happening right now. So how many more bags do I need? I need 1 more bag. There we go. So that's 1 daily done. Now I'm gonna go talk to the lore master, get that 2nd daily, and then we will upgrade that artifact. God damn it, it's so choppy. What the heck? I must be getting like 10, 15 FPS in here. It's the one thing that really frustrates me about Neverwinter is that Protector's Enclave's absolute shit for FPS, and I can't for the life of me figure out why. Because when you actually get to other maps, it's not, there's no problem there. Alright, as soon as I get in there, I'm gonna check in on chat real quick. That took a while for the door to show up. Probably it's like, you know, because it is a Sunday, it's Sunday night for me, so it's like Sunday morning. I guess a lot of people are on doing their Halloween dailies or whatever, and Protector's Enclave is just packed with people, I suppose. Okay, so here is the guy, the Masquerade Lore Master that you want to talk to.
Lord Neverember claims his purpose for extending the Festival of Liars Night into the Masquerade of Liars is simply to entertain the city. But Not all believe his reasons are so simple. Some believe Neverwinter is using the Masquerade of Lies to reduce the people's fears of the numerous monsters and villains who threaten our city. Others believe he's using it to distract people from his recent financial and political problems.
Just some backstory into why the festival exists, I suppose. Interesting for those of you that are, suckers of lore, or you're interested in lore and trying to, soak in all there is to know lore-wise about the city of Neverwinter, who runs it. It's just there. It's just context, flavor. All right, now to turn in those two things, and we'll upgrade that artifact. Oh, damn it, I forgot to invoke today. Daily reset is 6 p.m. my time, so it could be 6 a.m. In America, I suppose. And once your daily cycle is done, you could just re-invoke and whatever. So here we go, I'm going to trade in these two. Secrets of Lies, that's going to give me a memento of Mask, which is good. And then the trade of treats.
To return every night.
Last one is Gathering Lies, and this one is all about picking up a Liar's Charm outside of Protector's Enclave. So basically in a dungeon or in a map or something. So that's basically that. Now that I've got those stuff, let me just turn this in. Convert to refinement points. That basically just gives you this green currency down here, which again you will need to upgrade artifacts and stuff. So where is my artifact? I've actually equipped it. Right, so it's over there. It's purple right now. I wonder if I can make it legendary. I don't know. So let's try and refine that. Oh, I need two. I need one more memento of Lyra. So I don't have that. So probably we'll be able to get it the next daily or something. But I do have a ton of the other stuff. And if you do the daily every day, then you can totally upgrade this into like a legendary. There it is. It's orange or gold or whatever color that is. And some of the boons you get, equipping it, 500 recovery, 500 deflection, 450 stamina, and guard gain. Again, it's, according to people, it's not the best artifact in the game, but still they're giving one to you for free, and you can absolutely make it legendary just by doing your dailies. As for how do I get, what's that do, or what's this, currency for, you need to progress this bar until the very end, so it needs like ranks in order for you to upgrade. So that means hitting the refine button, and then you'll see the bar go up, and at the same time you'll see my refinement points go down. That's basically how it works. And every rank, it just doubles the cost, and I'm gonna have to do that all the way up there, and then tomorrow I'll be able to get that artifact into legendary. So that's what the Halloween festival here in Neverwinter is all about. You get a free artifact, you can get some costumes, you can get some masks. I'm gonna put on my Halloween costume since we're talking about it. There it is. That's the Masquerade of Lies full armor set, dyed in that color as well, and that's what it looks like. Cosmetics could be better, but it's just not that type of game, Neverwinter. It doesn't have a, at least in my opinion or in my eyes, a good enough cosmetic system to fully invest me that I actually want to spend some money in the store to buy good looking cosmetics and whatnot. Let me just coordinate with Nick here about what I want to do next. Alright, meantime, I will be checking in on chat and you guys. Heavy Rain says Nightbot is boring. Yes, I know. Nightbot is like my spam buddy. He like spams all my social stuff, you know, just to get the word out there that, you know, I do have a social media, which not a lot of people know or just completely ignore, which is kind of sad. But I'm on there, and I'm making a promise to get more active on those channels, just to give you guys more content or, you know, more interaction, stuff like that. Punk says no one is really winning the MMO vote. That's kind of sad, I suppose. It'll be really funny if like World of Warcraft pulls away and becomes like the #1 voted for thing. Punk says Jay is secretly Russian. Niet. Treehead Game says I just imagine a Russian accent when Jay said, "You know, love red cup." There you go. There's your Russian accent. Alrighty. So Nick, let me just see what Nick has said, because I wanted to go do ghost stories. Oh man, party. I totally lost track of the party chat. Okay, so I've got ghost stories, and I can probably go do it with Nick right now. Nick is like 70, so I can totally piggyback off him, and we go. And after that, I'll be able to show you guys, you know, the new daily dungeon, random dungeon queue thing, which is, I don't know. I probably will get Nick on here at some point, either on Discord or whatnot, to talk about it, because he obviously plays more than I, and you know, when I first started the stream, and you know, queuing for dungeons was sort of like an easy thing, and ever since mod 12b came out, it's gotten a, well, we'll talk about it later, I promise. I just need to remember where Ghost Stories was. I know it's like a mini dungeon, and it's somewhere in this graveyard thing over here. I know there's like a secret door. Is that it? Gosh. Oh yeah, there you go. 2 ghost stories. That's where it is. It's right here. And because I'm like level 64, none of the mobs here are attacking me or whatever, so you can go back to early zones and just chill, I suppose. Jay says the chat is full of red cap comments. Yeah, it is. Bung says the red cap is like some sort of a Daedric artifact now, and Jeremis is champion. I can feel the power of the red cap taking over, like taking over everything. I'm no longer the main guy here. My opinions no longer matter. I'm just a lackey for the red cap. The red cap is actually doing all the reviews. The red cap is the one that has all the, you know, hardcore in-depth opinions about the games. I'm just a body it uses. Alrighty, so here we are. When I first did this, it was super hard because it scales, and I don't have the best gear in the world, so I got my ass handed to me. So hopefully Nick here can carry me a little bit, because I don't want to pug. I absolutely don't feel like pugging. So over to you, Nick. Nick says, I don't really remember how to play this. I just know that you face tank it, and I'll sort of like heal you from behind or something. There should be some mobs here. I don't see any mobs. That's weird. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's the Spinneroonie thing. Yeah. I'm just gonna stay out of trouble. There goes my health. I'm getting the aggro. Gonna put my shield up, grabbing my stamina. Oh, son of a gun. Alright, we got that. So basically the objectives here are to lay the ancient lore keepers to rest. And there's like 5 lore keepers. These are basically ghosts. And we're gonna kill all the ghosts, basically. And that's a daily. And this is kind of like an annoying daily for me, because as a solo player, when I look at progressing campaigns, I want to see which one I can do by myself. I kind of don't want to rely on other people a lot, but this one, unfortunately, ghost stories, the requirement is sometimes when you get ghost stories, you have to do ghost stories. There's no like, oh, I'll drop the quest and I'll, you know, pick it up again and hopefully I get another daily. No such thing. If you get something you don't want to do, you have to like suck up and do it. So bring a friend or join a guild. Yeah, join a guild is basically the best advice. I am not in a guild, and that's to my own disadvantage, because in a recent update, strongholds are a thing. Obviously, strongholds are your guild houses or whatever you want to call it, and you can get boons as well. So not only do you get boons from campaigns, but you also get boons from your strongholds. So another great reason to join a guild. I just haven't found a guild, and you know, I'm kind of lazy to tell them like, hey, I'm only here for a reviewing game, but you please feel free to kick me out after I'm done, because I won't log in again. So that's why I've not joined a guild yet. Even Nick's not in a guild, so that's interesting. So just hack and slash fun. Right now, just combat. I've built my paladin in a way that, you know, I'm not doing a lot of damage, but I'll put out as much heals and stuff as possible for allies within 30 feet of me. That's what I built for. And also, if I pick up like a liar's charm from the objective, oh, I already did, because gathering lies apparently is completed. So nothing to worry about over there. Nick says, I was in a guild. Oh! But he also says, I got kicked out. I'm curious to know why you got kicked out of your guild, dude. I've been kicked out of guilds before. Oh, that hit me for like half my health. Holy crap. Oh, hang in there, Nick. I've got some heals, I think. Wow, this guy hits hard. The red iron golem. He dead. 2 out of 5. I believe there's like a secret chest in here or something, right? But there's one ghost there, and yeah. Oh, Nick says he got kicked out of his guild before because he hasn't played for a year. That sounds like me, dude. Like, I remember, I'm not sure how many of you were here when I was in the middle of reviewing Albion Online. And you know, Albion Online, because of the way it works, it's sandbox and it's very, you know, competitive for guilds and everything. I actually joined a guild to show you guys like the benefits of joining a guild in Albion, what you can do and whatnot. And I didn't log in for like a week. It was just one freaking week. And they knew that I was reviewing the game, and they knew that I had a live stream and everything. And yeah, they still kicked me out. They were like, sorry, we require, you know, daily participation. I was like, holy fuck, that's kind of crazy. So I'm kind of staying away from MMO guilds that are, you know, that have that sort of requirement. Oh my god, as if one red golem isn't enough, we have 2 here. And this one's a green one. Hang on, Nick, I'm just gonna... Oh, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna put on like a potion, and oh, no, it started. There's that FPS drop again, which shouldn't be happening on a normal map, but it is happening anyway. Okay, this is gonna take a while, so I'm just gonna invoke my daily power here. Oh damn, shit! I am disabled. Throw some heals. Oh, no! No! Hang in there. No! I got him. Get out of the way! So reviving's pretty quick, which is great. Doesn't take long to revive. Alrighty, he did. Sorry about that, Nick. Was not paying attention to your health at all. Alright, so there's a secret chest in here that you can just look for treasure. Unfortunately, it's level 70 crap that I don't use, so no thanks to that, and I'm on my way out. 2 more ghosts and we done. Alrighty. He's a great sword fighter or something. I believe that's what it's called. So he's got like skills that can boost speed or just move pretty quickly. I'm slow, so I've got to like be on my horse. This mob's pretty annoying because he has like a shield, a blue shield that he can put on and hide behind. What's that? Assassin's Drake? He dead. Alright, there should be, yeah, 1 ghost out here in the yard and then 1 more in the tower. And we should be done. Dead. Oh, greater scroll of identification. You want those. Because, you know, when I first started, it was like less a scroll of ID, and then it got to like a normal scroll of ID, and now that I'm 59 to 70, it takes greater scroll of ID. And the problem with that is it's very expensive now. Let me just pray real quick. Get the bonus. I want my bonus AD and stuff like that because we can run some dungeons after this. But yeah, the greater scrolls now cost Astral Diamonds from the Wondrous Bazaar, which is the store that the Protected Enclave that you can buy. Oh my god, I'm getting hit so hard here. Stand out of the red crap. Done and done. And that's the Ghost Stories Daily that if you're unlucky as a solo player to get, especially if you're like level 60 something, yeah, it kind of sucks because number 1, the difficulty curve absolutely rises. Number 2, you have to look for a group. Unless you're level 70 and you're built for survivability and you've got all the best gear in the game with a really kick-ass companion, then you could totally solo it. I've seen videos of somebody soloing Ghost Stories, but when you're brand new and you're trying to get your foot in the into the Tyranny of Dragons campaign, you have to pug or get a guild and join a guild group. Like for me, it's like, oh man, random forced dailies with pugs, yay. All right, Nick, I'll follow your lead. Here we go. Let's get rid of the ads first. Incoming big thing. Use my daily power here. Where's some of the ads? I'm slowed. I'm out of stamina. I'm into shit. I'm about to die, I think. Got a pot here. I used a pot. Oh my god! That was hard. I've got a scroll of mass life. I'm gonna use it because why the hell not? That scroll of mass life came from somewhere. I don't know where. He's almost dead. Oh, and he's dead. Man, I can't imagine doing that solo, and I don't want to do it solo. So, not my favorite daily. I'm not very social, so. But that's what it's all about. Page of Arcane Law, Dragon Sigil. These are important currencies for that campaign, and if you want to progress, that's what you got to do. Unfortunately. So let's head out of here. Let's go back to Protector's Enclave and let's turn that in, and then let's do a daily dungeon, huh? So once we get to the Enclave, I will be checking in on chat because I haven't really looked in the past 10 minutes. So. Ghost stories. Ugh. I can appreciate that it's there because a lot of the other Tyranny of Dragon dailies that you saw me do earlier in the stream were solo, you know, and the quality of the dailies are their dailies is what you expect. Kill 25 mobs, fetch quests, you know, click on 5 gravestones, click on 5 this, click on 10 that. It's the quality of the quests in terms of their mechanics and design is not the best. That's the reality. I'm gonna call it like it is. So by having the ghost stories, which is like a group daily, I can see why that, you know, I can see why that would appeal to some people because, you know, first and foremost, it's a group thing, and it sort of breaks that, you know, solo daily monotony where it just gets boring, and you know, getting with a group of people and getting that done could be, you know, could add some spice to your solo dailies and whatever. So back to Harper Boward, and let's turn this in.
Greetings, adventurer.
Nope, wrong guy. Where is Harper? There you are.
Can the Harpers depend on you?
Alright, so ghost stories complete. Excellent work. This will surely set back your efforts, I know. And the last one, Common Cause, is what I was working at. So 12,000 experience. Oh, hang on. 3 pages of Arcane Law. That probably means I can get my boon right now. So that's all the dailies from Harper Boward, the Tyranny of Dragons campaign person. So I've got that now. Now, let me just open my journal. So 33% done. And oh, I can get a boon. There we go. Form of the Dragon. Those who seek forbidden knowledge can learn the secrets of the Cult of the Dragon. Completing this task gives you a choice of 1 of 2 boons. I have everything that you need for this task. So I've got my 30 pages of Arcane lore. I've got 15 Dragonheart coins and the 2 copper. 2 gold, sorry. So, now, it takes 10 seconds. Oh my god. It takes 10 So I've been working for like 4 days in a row, doing all the dailies, gathering all the materials, and that's like at least, I don't know, 5 hours of work probably the entire week. And the final task takes 10 seconds. Those who seek forbidden knowledge can learn secrets of the Cult of Dragon. So I have a choice now. Dragonheart, which gives me more hit points, or Dragon Claws, which gives me 400 power. So I would probably go for power because I don't plan on tanking. I plan on healing and doing some DPS. I mean, I want to be a survivable solo type paladin. So let's go ahead and start this. Let's see what happens. All right. So start. So in 10 seconds, that's gonna complete, and that's the first boon that I'll ever have here in Neverwinter. So let's see what that's all about. Alright, collect my reward. So, you have now completed task Form the Dragon. Choose which Tyranny of Dragons campaign boon to use in your further adventures. Ay caramba, yeah, probably go for power. Probably go for power. Yeah, so let's do that. And then later on is Critical Strike and Deflect. So lots of choices to build your character here, not just from like every 10 levels and then you put points into your attributes, and you know, you got your paragon points and stuff. Now you got to look at powers too. So I do like the versatility and the diverse range of options on how to build classes here. I think that's pretty cool. It's just the way and the manner that you go about getting some of these things through campaigns is not to my taste, I suppose. So let's go ahead and click this commit changes. Is that it? Power's definitely gone up. So modified by items 1004, features 400. Let's go back to the campaign here. So I wonder if that means like the boon is only for Tyranny of Dragons. It doesn't affect everything else. I don't know. What do you think, Nick? If you're in there, does this affect the entire gameplay, or is it just for a campaign? This particular campaign stuff. Like when you do your dailies, or when you go to like the Well of Dragons, which is a level 60 zone or something like that. Let's go to boons. Tyranny of Dragons. There we go. Well, it just says unlock various permanent boons, so it is a permanent unlock, 400 power. You can, of course, you can respec it, I suppose. Yeah, you can respec it. So if I fuck this up, at least I can change it later. And also, you get this thing called loadouts, where it's just basically you can save your builds. That includes attribute points, boons, paragon points. So I'm only using one called original right now, so I can swap to like a new one, and then I can do it all over again, which I'm saving for level 70. That's gonna be like a healing build. Nick says all boons affect gameplay, so that practically means across the board I've got nothing to worry about. So from now on, moving forward, my character just has 400 more power, which for me as an Oathbound Paladin affects damage dealt and healing. So that's pretty cool. So I guess 4 days of hard work doing dailies and getting all that campaign currency sort of paid off right there. And that's campaigns. That's just one simple look into Tyranny of Dragons, which is like the first campaign you'll get level 26. There's so much more campaigns that I've already made my feelings super clear earlier on in the stream. So later, like in the final review and everything, you know, I'll just share my final thoughts on that. All right, Nick, let's let me go turn in my Masquerade of Lies, which is the final daily for that, the Halloween one. And then we can go do my daily dungeon. Ah, choppy. Fuck. I hate this FPS drop in Protector's Enclave. Are you getting that, Nick? Are you getting FPS stutters in Protector's Enclave? It can't just be me, right? Because I googled that shit, and a lot of people are having that issue.
Well, wasn't that fun? I'm sure you can't wait to go trade in those liars.
Blah, 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 blah. So that's one more memento of mask. Is that what I needed? Or was that the Lyra, Mask of Lyra? Let's go back and check. Refine. No, it's the other one. So I gotta wait one more day before I can upgrade my Legendary Illusionist Mask. Nick says, normally endgame people used to farm for black ice. Black ice. Black ice. Are you talking about the enchantment? Black ice enchantment? Nicholas says FPS drops at times, so I suppose it could be me, but it's definitely not my internet connection right here, because I am running 60 FPS tonight, and I'm running on 12,000 bitrate, which is one of the highest I've ever done for YouTube, which simply means the quality on screen right now is going to be super awesome. So my internet speed's fine. I guess FPS just sucks tonight in Neverwinter. Alright then, I'm ready to queue for some dungeons. In fact, I'm gonna wait just the 3 minutes, Nick, so I can do my invocation and get the extra bonus to the Astral Diamond, and then we'll go do a daily dungeon. Now, I want to talk about Mod 12B. So, Neverwinter, every time they release a new expansion, which is basically a new module, which comes with a new campaign or whatever, they go by like mod 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. So we're currently on mod 12, and 12B is the current iteration. And the recent one, I think it was Wednesday when they came out with mod 12B, and one of the changes they made was to how players earn astral diamonds through like daily dungeon queues. And before that, before mod 12b, I could just queue for a dungeon, get it done, get my daily astral diamonds, and just move on to the next thing. Now, oop, wrong button there. Now it's changed under queues, and then there's a random thing here. And maybe this just opened up when I got, when I got more levels, I suppose. But it's changed for me now. There's a new random category, and if I click dungeon now, and let's just say I click like a level 54 one, the rewards don't say, you're gonna get daily astral diamonds here. That's gone. That's no longer there. So the only way to earn daily astral diamonds from dungeons is to actually do a random one. So random dungeon. There you see it. So daily bonus 7,900, and they give you about 500,000 XP for that, which is pretty cool. I got a lot of XP that way just doing my daily dungeons. The problem is, play a random queue from the following list. The list, like I've done this a couple of times since 12b came out. The problem with it is I always seem to get one fucking dungeon. I mean, there's like 6 or 7 there, but I only get like one, and it was like the cloak tower, and that absolutely sucks because I noticed that, with the queue, you're supposed to be getting players, the diverse group of players coming into a party, right? I was joining runs that were incomplete, meaning to say they've already started, and when I got into it, I was like one boss. I missed a boss basically, and I found that super frustrating. And then, at level 40, 50 or something, you just can't contribute because you're paired with like a lot of level 70s, and all they want to do is they just want to run all the way to the fucking end and wail on the boss instead of progressing it naturally. And for me especially, as a new player to Neverwinter, I haven't seen half of these new dungeons. I don't know what I'm looking at. I want to experience it as a new player would for the first time, and I can't because the random dungeon queues puts me with players that are 70 who, to be fair, are just thinking about getting their 80 and getting out of there because they're 70, they're end game, they're capped. They don't want to do anything else. For me, I want to, take my time and go through it. I can't because those players are all about rushing to the end, killing everything, and they can one-shot the boss. I've been in a run where they just one-shot the boss. I didn't have to do shit. I just sat back and watched. That wasn't fun for me. That's what mod 12b, that's my experience with mod 12b so far, which is really different from when the first week I started streaming. It was completely different back then, and it's changed right now. So, it says I can't do a skirmish. You must be eligible for all queues in order to join. Why am I not eligible? What? Play a random queue from the following list. I can't do a random skirmish because I don't have Master of the Hunt. What is Master of the Hunt? Well, that sucks. I've just been screwed out of a skirmish that I can't join, so I can't get my daily skirmish done. This fucking better not be a campaign. If I can't do a daily skirmish now because I don't have Master of the Hunt, this is going to suck. Master of the Hunt sounds like Jungles of Chult. Hey Nick, check your daily skirmish, see if you're locked out, like I am. So I'm missing out on 6,000 astral diamonds because I haven't unlocked Masters of the Hunt, which I have no idea what it is. Because there's no fucking tooltip that pops up to tell you that what Master of the Hunt is, where is it gonna be. I'm gonna have to Google that shit. Oh, there we go. No, that's Monster Hunt. That's different. That's not Master of the Hunt. Oh, well, you can? Alright, so that means you've probably unlocked Master of the Hunt. I have no idea where that is. I mean, like I said, I'm 64, but I'm still doing Whispering Caverns content because it's double XP weekend, so I've totally out-leveled everything before me. So, yeah, okay, no daily skirmish tonight, no problem. Let's just do a daily dungeon, Nick. Let's see what's up. Oh, Nick just left the party. I wonder if he got DC'd. No matter. Here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna be checking in on chat right now. Sorry, I've been ignoring you guys. Jay says Red Cap Power Gang. Everyone says Red Pack Power Goo. Red Cap Power Goo Heavy Rain. What's that? Trade Game says, wait, I see a Discord link in the description. Be like, yeah, we got a Discord going. Punk and Jay in chat, who are sort of like the regulars here, the normal troublemakers, they decided that, hey, it would be kind of cool for all of us because, you know, we all play MMOs, we all have fun. Even if you guys don't play the MMOs that I'm currently reviewing, we can still get together, talk about it, have fun, and have an opinion and whatever, and share a bunch of crap in our daily lives, like, you know, music and food and, you know, all that stuff. So a Discord was a great idea. So, you know, we got all kinds of people in there. Feel free to join, and yeah, it's also a place for me that I can, you know, share updates, and if I'm going to stream or not. If you guys wondering, are you going to stream today? Can you stream today? You have direct access to talking to me on the Discord. So the description's in, you know, the link is down there in the description, and you can totally see Nightbot just spamming the link everywhere here. So yeah, you can totally join that. Rico says MMO FPS drops. Trip says that diversity gets a thumbs up. Yeah, I would give it a thumbs up too. Because again, remember, it is Dungeons and Dragons, and if a Dungeons and Dragons game doesn't have the characteristics of character building and progression in terms of attributes, this and that, then it's sucky. Oh, what are we queuing for, man? Are we doing a daily dungeon, or is it like a daily skirm? I can't do a skirm. So I guess we're doing a daily dungeon. And my AD count is up to like 89k. I've spent some, actually. I bought some stuff from the auction house. And I've also bought like teleportation scrolls. Like if you look up here, you can open up the Wondrous Bazaar shop, and this is just basically an NPC that's here in Protector's Enclave, and you can just buy it on the fly. She sells like marker potency, all this good stuff that you need to upgrade your enchantments and runestones and whatever. And she also sells really useful stuff like teleport to Protector's Enclave. This is kind of expensive, man. I mean, it's on discount right now. It's only on discount for like 3 more days. But the usual price is 4,000 AD, and it's kind of expensive, but it's super awesome because you can just teleport back to Protector's Enclave. It's like a free milestone skill where you can just jump around. I'm not gonna spend any there because I'm saving up for maybe, you know, endgame gear or whatever that I wonder if I'll have. So I guess Nick and we are in a queue right now. Nick and I, we're just waiting for it to pop. And again, checking in on chat here. Jay says, look at GRM touching the OP red cap of power. I'm caressing it. Like, I mean, if I come real close to the webcam, you can see like it's totally faded and stuff. I just kind of washed it recently. And dry washed it too. But yeah. Oh, Nick says you have to unlock the Sharandar quest to join the skirmish. Sharandar? It's a campaign. Sharandar's a campaign, but it's at 64, so I'm totally in the right level to start Sharandar. Oh. Well, didn't get a chance to check that out, but here we are. This is a daily dungeon. This is the Caverns of Karundax, and Karundax is like a dragon. So it's just the 2 of us. Is that right, Nick? Is there like a 3rd person coming, or is it just 2 of us? That's kind of weird, isn't it? Like a dungeon's for 3 players, but only 2 of us. You did queue randomly, right? Or did you just join a dungeon? Was this a random queue? I mean, if it's a random queue and it's only the 2 of us, then that is kind of weird. Could be a private queue as well. I don't know. But we are scaled down to 54. And it's one of those dungeons where you could summon your horse, because I guess it's a long way to travel. I mean, it's all the way up there. Holy fuck, it's a big dungeon, man. Nick says it's a private queue. I couldn't join a public one. No idea why. Oh, okay. So public queues are kind of screwed right now. So we're just doing this private. But yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, like, my experience from mod 12B so far, not the best, simply because of how random the queues are, and it's just, it's not beneficial at all to like new players or players who are like level 30, for example, and then they join a random dungeon queue because it's the only, there's 3 ways. There used to be 4 ways to get astral diamonds, which is your main currency, important currency in Neverwinter. Firstly is daily dungeons, and then you got daily skirmishes, and then you got daily PvP. And when I started playing back in 2013, the 4th way was daily Foundry quests. And of course, Foundry is the player-run, player-created quests. But you know, ever since I left, I think they kind of removed that, so you could no longer run the Foundry quests and earn astral diamonds. I know the Foundry came back, but I don't think the reward for earning astral diamonds is there. So it kind of sucks because, you know, when you do content, whatever content, you want to get reward for it, fortunately. So right now there's only 3 ways, which is basically PvP, daily dungeon, and daily skirmish. So if the random public dungeon queue is fucked, then I guess there's only skirmish and PvP left. And for me, I can't even do skirmish because I need to unlock the Sharandar campaign first. Urgh, busy work. Alright, let's kill this thing. This is like a giant fiery hobbit. Pyrophenia the Firebrand. That's her name. I hate how the loot just pops up on your screen, kind of blocks you. Halfway there. I've done this dungeon once because I was at the area, I was on the map that I was questing on, and you know, one of the final quests for almost all the maps that you play is to complete the dungeon, because it is tied into the story of where the dungeon originates from, the map that it originates from. So I have done this before, and I know there's like a lot of bosses in here, so this dungeon run could take a while. And I know you guys are absolutely entertaining yourselves in the chat, because I see it scrolling. So I'll try and read chat while Nick here keeps me alive. It should be the other way around. I'm the paladin. Punk says Jay's the only fanatic in here, I'm afraid. Punk says he's like Melisandre. Scrolling down, I'm totally way ahead. Heavy Rain says the Foundry allows players to create their own adventures. Within Neverwinter, and provide those adventures to other players' experience. It consists of an editor. Yeah, and I've spent a lot of time in 2013 in the Foundry, because that's, as I said in my last stream, that's the reason I bought a Founder's Pack and I started playing, because I wanted to, you know, I fancied myself a storyteller and a quest maker, so I thought I could, you know, make my own quests and stuff, so that's what I did. And back then, like I said, it was one of the ways that you can earn your daily astral diamonds, which are basically this. And that's what you're gonna need for almost everything in the game. Auction house, important items, buying VIP. That all consists of astral diamonds. You're gonna need that. So, for now, you can't earn astral diamonds for doing Foundry quests. So, the problem is, what's the point of doing them then? Or why do content creators right now even bother making quests if they're not gonna be rewarded? Because players that, you know, there's no incentive to play someone else's quests if you're not gonna earn anything from it. So, which is kind of sad. But I will have one stream where I'll be looking at the Foundry in depth. I will show you guys, and I'll even show you guys the quests that I made, or the campaign quests that I made in 2013, because that's kind of fun. So we'll do a little playthrough of that. Treehead Game says the poll is split with 7 votes. Oh my god, I can't. Can someone tell me what the results are? Like, is it 7 votes? How does that work? So one game must be behind. So I'm super curious now. I mean, as you know, from a personal standpoint, there are games on that list which when I think of, I'm like, I really don't want to play this. But from a reviewer's point of view, like, you know, I love jumping into games that I've never played before, and you know, going through that journey of level 0 all the way up to level cap, and showing you guys the good, the bad, the ugly, the excellent stuff, you know. And so regardless of which one wins, it's gonna be a new adventure, and you know, it could be fun. And maybe we could even try something different, like for the next MMO, whichever it is, you know, assuming that it's free to play. I mean, I could be streaming with a lot more people from my channel who want to join me on those streams. For example, if you want to join the weekly leveling streams, you totally could for the new MMO. I'm open to that, because now that we do have a Discord, you know, things could be more fun doing it that way. So lots to consider about, and you know, I've been thinking a lot about my channel moving forward, because I have to admit, you know, ever since I fell sick, and after, you know, doing, I think my last top 10 was Secret World Legends before I jumped into like Mordor and Path of Fire, the channel has been stagnant somewhat. So I'm desperately eager to start making, you know, some of the powerful big content back again, because my, you know, it's hard for me to admit that, but the channel is stagnating somewhat, and I wanted to grow. Holy crap, that guy just took half of my health. Magma brute. Get him, Nick. Standing in the fire. Hit me! Ha! Immune. Excellent. Let me just go around collecting all this little stuff. Some of them could be greater scrolls of ID, which I want, of course. Heavy Rain says, Astral Diamonds are a form of uncommon, sometimes time-gated in-game currency in Neverwinter. There are far fewer opportunities to... Did I just level up? I leveled up! I'm 65! Hang in there, Nick. I'm just gonna spend some stuff here. New encounter power, Circle of Power. 65. Circle of Power, what does this do? Your effective level, you generate a zone of control 30 feet wide. This zone improves all damage you deal. Ooh, sounds good. I'll take it. New power, yeah. New feat points. I am gonna spend some in Holy Resurgence. I mean, this is just temporary because I can't afford to respec. I believe I've got 2 respec tokens that I have. New task, Elemental Evil. That's a new campaign. And Sharandar. There we go, Sharandar. So I'm going to need that if I want to do some skirmishes. So I will not start those yet. Excellent. I'm 5 levels away from level cap. This is great. This is like the first MMO that I've hit level cap in under 2 weeks. Including because if you watch back the first stream, that was like September the 10th, and then ever since then I never touched it because Path of Fire came out the next week. So this has been pretty fast, and of course I owe a lot of it to the double XP weekend that's currently going on. But yeah, I want all of you guys that are watching and that are in chat to kind of think about all the MMOs you play and how many level cap characters do you have in MMOs. It just occurred to me, like, you know, because some of us are nomads, some of us play a whole bunch of MMOs, so think about it. How many level cap characters do you have on your MMOs? That'll be a fun stat. That'll be like a fun statistic. Punk says Marvel, WoW, ArcAge, DC, Terra, Rift, and Aeon. Wow, so that's one vote for each, huh? It's... Wow. Well, the good news is we've got about 2 weeks for, you know, and I'm going to be sharing the poll link everywhere in my upcoming videos as well. I've got one discussion video coming out and a whole bunch of live streams too, so... You know, and I just want to make one thing very clear. If the MMO that you want to see, or the MMO you voted for, does not get picked for the next MMO review, don't worry about it, because, you know, if you know me, then you know long-term wise, I'm gonna do them all. I just want to know which one I'm gonna do next. You know, I'll never shy away from doing something unless it just doesn't make sense at the time. Like, for example, I didn't put Dungeons and Dragons in there. Why? Because I'm currently reviewing a Dungeons and Dragons game, which is Neverwinter. So it doesn't make sense for me to, you know, spend another month essentially checking out DDO. So I probably will give it some time, maybe, I don't know, a couple of months, 3-4 months, and then I'll jump into DDO, and that could make for some interesting content, like Neverwinter versus DDO, which is more authentic to a Dungeons and Dragons game. That kind of content. But DDO, I know DDO because it's Standing Stone Games. It's the same developers that made the Lord of the Rings Online, so I kind of know what to expect, and that's what I'm trying to. I need some space away from SSG right now because I'm kind of, I hate to admit this, I'm kind of burned out from SSG and Lord of the Rings Online in terms of how the game plays, how the combat works, and you know. So what I thought would be good is for me to take some time away from like Lotro and you know, build my hunger for going back and finishing up whatever content I have left, like Mordor. So yeah, so for me to jump into another SSG game, which is Dungeons and Dragons Online, it would totally break my soul, it would break my spirit. Lots of noise. Die. Alrighty. Heavy Rain says Sharandar. Arr. Jay says double XP Rit Cap. Triad Game says I'm getting my Lotro character up though, level 62. Oh, nice, Mystic or Tree Head. So you're level 62 in Lotro. What do you think so far? I mean, where are you questing at? It should be either Mirkwood or the Enedwaith, or did you just go straight to like Dunland and are you questing at like Dunland right now? I mean, those are the paths that I would pick. Or you could be, you could still be in Moria. I don't know. Where are you at right now? Quingnum says DDO is different from Neverwinter Online, though. Oh crap! I kind of lost Nick. Oh, okay. Quingnum says DDO is different from Neverwinter Online. DDO is actually different than Lotro. Yeah, I know that because I've actually tried. I've tried DDO a long time ago when I first got into Lotro, and you know, I was discovering MMOs, and then I heard, oh, Turbine actually has another MMO. You know, there's Asheron's Call at the time, and also DDO. So I checked out DDO, and I know it's different. The way the character builds and everything are different. It's just that it's the content. It's hard to explain for me because it's hard to explain. Probably on Discord, where I can be more subjective about my thoughts regarding Turbine, aka SSG. So yeah, where I prefer not to bitch talk, I could bitch talk onto Discord. So that's a reason to join our Discord. Links below, and you know, the bot will do it. So Punk says I need to play Lotro again. I know, so do I. A lot of people, you know, somebody was like, "What happened to the Mordor? You know, what happened to Mordor? When's the next video? I'm unsubscribing." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" That's the first time somebody's ever, you know, threatened to unsubscribe if I didn't continue my Mordor series. And I was like, "Wow, I need to finish that really." And then again, like, I did promise I'd do something with Andang. I mean, right now, I know he's busy with Shadow War, which he has promised to do for his subscribers, and eventually we'll get to it. I'm gonna use a pot there while I heal up, because that dragon in Carandax is just shooting fireballs down, and that's killing me. Come on down. Come on down. Carandax the Red. Okay, I think it's coming. So I mean, dungeons in Neverwinter, they do have mechanics. The earlier dungeons are all pissies that you can just roll over them. But later levels, you know, there's specific mechanics. Some of them are predictable, some of them make sense, some of them are challenging. For this one, at half health, he goes away again, and then he spawns like mini drakes that are tough to kill, and you gotta kill the drakes. At the same time, he's gonna go back up there on his little perch and continue shooting down fireballs of doom. What's throwing daggers at me? Holy fuck, I got little kobolds. Goddamn kobolds. Throwing daggers at me from the back. Backstabbers. I'll kill you all. Kill you all right now. With my paladin that hits like a soft, wet tissue. I really need to research, you know, where am I going to start getting better gear. Because I've been in random queues with paladins that can absolutely destroy mobs in like 3 hits. And I'm like, I should probably aspire to do that if I want to do something like endgame PvP or whatnot. Oh, there it is. So half health. That's the little bugger. This guy, I mean, he's got a lot of morale. It's not going down at all. I should probably hit Nick's target. I'll coordinate it with you. Focus fire. Oh, bastard, you dragon. You bastard! You hear me? You bastard! Hate that. Because bad enough, like, the baby dragons already have like red stuff on the ground, right? So it's hard, or it's easy to miss the other red stuff coming from the dragon above. So it's like, oh god, can you imagine if you're colorblind? I wonder if there's like a colorblind option. I don't know why I just thought of that, but what happens if you actually can't see colors well? That's what like action MMOs have to think about, I suppose. I got out of the way. That's bullshit. BS. Now come down here so we can kick you in the butt. Well, I suppose I could just take shelter in my own dome and get health. Alright, here he comes. Since it's a private queue, Nick, I really hope we're getting AD for this. It'll be kind of sucky if we don't. I did pick up my daily chest key, so at least I can open that. Maybe there'll be some level 60 plus gear in there. That'll be an upgrade from what I have. I'm gonna use my daily power right now, just cause, and that didn't even scratch him. Oh, I got stunned. You know, what other MMOs do, like, especially like action MMOs, like, one of the things I like about the new and improved Secret World Legends is that, you know, in a combat, if you're fighting a boss or whatever, and you know he's gonna do like a special skill, you can actually see the bar for his skill cube popping up. So for example, this guy, let's just say he's got a skill called Dragon's Breath. I want to see the cast bar for Dragon's Breath, because that way, you know, we can stay ahead and we know what to do and we know how to get out of the way and blah blah blah. Oh, so there we go. New player bonus, 800 Astral Diamonds. I got about 1,008. So I did not get the bonus that I would normally get if I join a random dungeon. Because I guess this is like a private dungeon, so. But I can open my daily chest key, so I'm probably just going to use it anyway. So yeah, dungeons here, bosses don't drop the best loot. They'll probably drop like cash and some you know, scrolls, whatever. But the chest key at the end is basically the main reward, and the daily quest that I picked up from the guy at Protector's Enclave is just basically that. Nick's asking me if I got my daily AD. Not the daily. I got a new player bonus AD. Which is kind of weird. So just to clarify that, if I go onto queues and I look at random, it's still there. The daily bonus is still there. So, oh man, it's weird. I think it's bugged. Like, you must be eligible for all the queues. I probably have unlocked all of these because I've done them all each once, basically. But it says I can't join. It's really fucking weird. So I'm just gonna open my daily key here and get the stuff. I got a level 65 ring and 200 Seal of the Adventurer, so all in all, decent haul, I guess. And there it is, 1,200. You can only refine a certain amount of days, so I'm just gonna go ahead and refine that. So that takes me up to like 90,000. Nick says can't queue for anything in public. Yeah, me too. So either it's kind of buggy tonight or something weird's going on. Anyway, checking in on chat here. Trade Game says I left you a meme on Twitter. I probably missed it, dude. Sorry. I mean, the past couple of days I've been a little engrossed in stuff, so I haven't really been checking my Twitter. I should totally probably do that. Pong says GRM fave ESO Alliance. Is that a question? My favorite ESO Alliance. I don't know. I like the Covenant simply because I don't know, humans are in it. Ebon, not my thing, and the other one is just cat people and tree huggers. So yeah, Daggerfall is my favorite alliance by association, I suppose. Heavy Rain says Hello Kitty Online versus Red Cat. Kringnam says, by the way, Jerem, you should review Hello Kitty Online. Best MMO ever. Oh my god. You know what? One of these days, I will install Hello Kitty Online, and then I will play it, and I'll make it a stream so everybody in here gets to actually see. Because a lot of people, believe it or not, there are some people I know, I mean, even back in the Lotro days, in my kinship, which is my guild, we used to tease each other like, oh, you know, you can't handle PvP, or you can't do this, you can't do that, then, you know, you're a sissy, go play Hello Kitty Online, whatever. I mean, it's always been that sort of it's like a trolling thing, right? But the truth is, the 50% of the people who say that has never fucking played Hello Kitty Online. They don't actually know what it is, they don't actually know how it looks like, they don't actually know how it plays, myself included. So it could be a fun little thing for me to like install it and do it live on stream, which would be hilarious. Heavy Rain says DDO equals Neverwinter, same dungeons, copy and paste. That's interesting. I've not done a DDO dungeon, so I can't really say there. Rico says sexy Shelob. Punk says wait, no Mordor? Fuck this, I'm unsubbing. Really? I didn't say I won't do Mordor, or I will. It's just a matter of time. Relax. Tree says Mirkwood, but I'm getting my crafting up more. Yeah, probably a good idea, because in the newer Mordor regions, I mean, crafting is back in a big way, and you definitely want to get your crafting leveled up as much as possible. Maxed out, even. Quingnam says, Ebon Heart. Ebon Heart pack is the best. Wow. I may have one character in Ebon. I can't remember. But majority of mine are in Daggerfall. Quingnam says, how can you not like the Dunmer? It just doesn't appeal to me. I mean, I think I've said on stream, I'm not like a racist when it comes to like MMO races, but for me, it's like humans are the only one I can play, because it's the only race that I can relate to. Like if I start playing like a dwarf is probably the second that I can tolerate, because they're dwarves, and I've got this affinity towards dwarves. But everything else, like elves and stuff, I can't play an elf character. I just can't get into it. I can't get into the mindset that I'm an elf, you know. So yeah, humans all the way for me. Punk says Ebon Heart's the best. Yeah, so a lot of you prefer Ebon Heart. I get it. I've been out. I've lost a popularity contest. Alright, Nick. I tell you what, Nick. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the party, and then I'm going to queue again and see if I can... see if it's a problem on my end. Let me just see here. Q, catalog Q, random dungeon. Can't do it. That's skirmish. I said dungeon. See, I should totally... Oh! What's going on here? Your Q group leader is choosing a private PvP. Private PvP? Really? I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Oh my god, I'm gonna get my ass handed to me here in PvP. I don't know what bracket we're gonna be in if he's queuing. But I have a feeling it's not gonna be good. Let me just tell him real quick that I will try. Okay, I'm gonna try and fix this. Oh, Nick says can queue now? Alright. Random dungeon. So let's try random dungeon. Instance is ready. Dungeon is ready to play. Okay. Control 1 to accept. Sorry, shift 1 to accept. So if this is a random dungeon, then great. So this is for the daily. So we should be having 3 players in here. And that's how we're gonna get our daily dose of oh, loading the Spellblade caverns. I've not done this one yet. Yeah, so random dungeons are back. So it was kind of missing for like a while there, but queues are working again. Not for me anyway. So, god damn it. All right, let's roll. So we're in here with Nick and Serena. Nick says new dungeon. I don't know, Nick. I'm the new player here, so I don't remember seeing Spellblade Caverns in any of the maps that I've done so far. So you could be right. It could be a new dungeon. What level are we skilled to? Nick's 55. I mean, he's 70, but he got skilled down to 55. I am 55 too, so this is like level 55. So it's a level 55 dungeon, and I've not seen it yet, so that's kind of interesting. Let's get rid of the spawning pit, or it's just gonna puke more mobs. Like I said, we got a third in here, Serena, but I don't see Serena anywhere, so it's like the 2 of us right now. Do we move on, or do we? Ah, bugger. I mean, if you get a chance, folks, for you Neverwinter players, just join a guild and or get some friends and save yourself the trouble of like finding 3 pugs, because it can get kind of annoying sometimes. Like right now, we're missing a third, and in some cases, you know, the person would join in and then DC or leave or whatever. So pugging here hasn't been the best experience so far. Heavy Rin says, "My name is Jeff." That's not your name. Or was that a joke? Punk says, "Jake, get on ESO." Yeah, you guys that are playing ESO right now, yeah, if you could make a guild, that'll be great. Then we can all get in that guild, and let's see if it grows, so we can try and bid for like a trading house, a trading post or whatever. That'll be cool. Then we could do Clockwork City together or something. That'll be kind of fun. So, Yeah, anybody interested in that? For those watching later on. No, Serena, what the Oh, I see. I thought they just jumped for... Yeah, I wasn't paying attention because I was totally checking in on chat there, so... That kind of shocked me for a bit, I will admit. Alright, first boss. Let's see how fast he goes down. He did. Not a lot of loot. Oh, belt. I'll take it. But it's gonna be level 55, right? Because it's a 55 dungeon. Yeah, destroying that. Even if it's blue, I don't really care. It's 60 plus or nothing right now, because that's all the gear that I'm caring about, just to get myself cured for moving on. So that's what 70 can do, and you're geared. You know, you could just annihilate, you know, few dungeon mobs, and I could just stand back and not do a thing. Kind of wish scaling worked a little better in the sense that, you know, it would make it challenging. But then again, that will upset a lot of the veteran players who are at 70 and are OP and are like, why do I have to be scaled down? You know, where my effectiveness goes back to like being new. I worked hard to get my gear to where it is. Why should I compromise that to accommodate so that new players can enjoy the challenge? So it's a balancing act that Neverwinter hasn't gotten right yet. I mean, for me at least, it's not in the dungeon queues and the matchmaking or the group finding. In the last couple of days, hasn't really been great in my experience. And it wasn't, like I said, it was different before last Wednesday, which was when Mod 12B hit. So I should probably check what the feedback is on the forums and see what other people are saying about Mod 12B. And Serena is off. Serena is flying away. I don't know where, but Nick and I are busy clearing up the ads. And should probably go to like the first boss and just wait for us there, or kind of clear the road. I don't know. But it's a necessary evil. If you want your daily astral diamonds, this is what you gotta do. You gotta soak it in. Let's inspect this person. Let's inspect Serena. No, I actually inspected Nick. Oh, wrong person. What the hell was that? Did we just kill the boss in one shot? That's BS. I just got down here. If you're a new player watching this and you're thinking to myself, this is the first time I'm doing this dungeon, and if that's what's gonna happen in queues, like you're not gonna, how's that fun? That's crazy. That's Serena is actually, what class is she? Is that a healing class? I don't know. Let's inspect Serena. Well, Mouth of Madness. That it's an ugly SOB. All right, off you go, Serena. Let's see how fast you kill this one. I'm just gonna stand back and watch. Everybody's scaled down to 55, but I wonder if like if you're 70, you keep your 70 effectiveness, like all your gear and everything, it doesn't scale down, because that's the end result. And the issue is, I mean, to be fair, I am playing with Nick, and Nick is a level 70, and he's a subscriber and a friend of mine. So and he's helping me through this, you know, to get the daily done. But if you're a new player, solo player looking to pug this, and you know, or if you want to get this done for the story and you're doing it for the first time, that can kill your enjoyment, man, because you're in a group with a bunch of 70s that don't care about that. They only, I mean, and to be fair, as I said earlier, if you are 70, that is your mindset. You'd be like, fuck it, I don't care. I want to get to the end because I want my daily AD. I don't care about the newbie. And the newbie is gonna go, that fucking sucks. I didn't do a damn thing, you know? It's like, but so it's a double-edged sword. It's an easy run, you just get your 80 and you get the fuck out of here. And at the same time, you know, on the other side of the sword, it's like, there's no fun in this. I'm just, you know, being carried by 70s and who won't wait, or, you know, who, you know, sucking the fun out of it if you want to do it on level and on challenge. So to mitigate this, again, the best way is probably get a guild and or look for players, get some friends and level together so you guys are all on the same level, so you won't have to rely on queues a lot. But the problem is you only get astral diamonds for joining the random queue. That's where the damn astral diamonds is. If you do it manually, like if I click all these manual stuff, you're not gonna fucking get the AD. So that's where I think Cryptic and Art kind of sort of like fuck themselves here, because they come up with a system that I don't think is gonna be too popular, and it might not be great for like new players. I don't know. It's veterans will be happy with that, because any dungeon you get into right now, if you're geared, it's gonna be super easy. You're just running through shit and just killing stuff in one blow. Yeah, your effectiveness is scaled down to like level 55, but so fucking what? One shot and it's dead, right? So why does it matter? You're getting your 80 anyway. It's a weird thing. I don't know. It's a weird thing for me at least. I'm barely hurting this guys, man. Checking in on chat. Jay says 400 people got banned because they did not love the red cap. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about Destiny. Yeah, you know, I've got some friends playing Destiny, and you remember I did that one video about Destiny, and I was like, oh, I don't know. It was expensive, y'all. Destiny's like 260 bucks. My currency, 260 bucks. I mean, it's a full AAA game. It's just something that I can't really commit, because I have to look at the value proposition and what it will do for my channel as well. Most of us, majority of us are MMORPG type people. If I start putting out Destiny 2 videos, the same thing's gonna happen. Oh, no more MMORPG. Fuck, I'm unsubscribe. You know, the kind of thing. I gotta keep that in consideration as well. What's happening here? Quingnum says never liked Destiny 2, so meh. Heavy Rain says meh. I didn't play Destiny 1 or I will play Destiny 2. So yeah, that completely proves my point. A lot of the guys here don't really not into Destiny, so that's not gonna convert into views, and you know, and that's the metrics that I, as a content creator, have to think about as well. So I don't know. I of course need the time to play the damn thing. It's hard enough, you know, trying to juggle your personal MMOs, the ones that you play on your own time, plus the ones that you're reviewing, and the ones that I do for work. I write for an MMO website, so if they give me an assignment to do an MMO, an Asian MMO, I have to suck it up and do it. Whether or not I have the time, I gotta do it. So, which is kind of why, like, you know, a lot of your favorite YouTubers will put out like 3, 4, 5 videos a week. I can't afford to do that because I have a job, and I kind of wish that I could put out more videos and play games like 12 hours a day, and you know, fully make a review in the very next day. The reality of it all is that I can't. Adraxel, the Aboleth Overseer. That is a disgusting looking thing. I mean, I'll give Neverwinter points for creature design. You know, I was never that into DDO to begin with, or Dungeons and Dragons to begin with. So, and I know if you're a DDO, or if you're a Dungeons and Dragons type enthusiast, you have your little companion book with all the monsters and creatures that, you know, you can use for your tabletop or for your own DM campaigns and whatever. So I don't know out of that how many of them are accurate to the world of the Dungeons and Dragons. But I kind of like the design of some of these things. Aboleth. Not sure what the mechanic is. I'm just hitting the ads here while I watch the boss's health go down from afar. I don't even know who's hitting him. How do we hit them anyway? From ranged? Because, you know, for me as a paladin, I got no range skills. Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy crap. That's a lot of ads wailing on me right now. To pull out some oh crap buttons. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Geronimo. Daily power. Currently prone, so that means I gotta get back onto the main platform. Let's finish him off. Done. Dungeon Delving 2. Complete 8 Adventure Zone Dungeon Achievement. Nice. So I was a new player here. I did this for the first time. Interesting. And it was a random reward, so there you go. Right on the screen, you can see bonus 7,900 AD and 485,000. Oh, I leveled up too, again. Wow, 2 levels. Thanks to the bonus XP event. And of course, invoking my daily power and all that good stuff, which in fact I will do right now. Let's invoke. Get more bonuses and whatnot, so that's more stuff. And again, invoking, it does give you like 50% bonus rough astral diamonds and stuff. So if we go do a skirmish now, it's like 6,000. You get 6,600 for the daily random queue, and then of course you're gonna earn 50% more or whatever. So yeah, invoking is definitely a good idea. So let me just spend my powers real quick. I'm gonna put into the new one, circle of power, and I'll play with that sometime soon. A new feat as well. I'm gonna go, and this is stamina. Yeah, let's just complete that. Again, I'm just randomly putting stuff in here because once I hit level 70, I will respec into a better build that I will find online. Alrighty, checking in on chat. Heavy Rain says, this boss looks like a giant squid. Jay says the boss was no match for the red cat. My god. This would be a great drinking game if I go back and I, you know, rewatch the stream, or I go to Nightbot, because Nightbot saves a chat log of, you know, the whole chat that happened throughout the stream, and I'll take a shot of whiskey or vodka every time I see the word red cap. That'll be a great drinking game. Quingnum says, I think character on DDO is on his 3rd liege. Quingnum says the only thing you need is the red cap. Go to work, Jerem. Just leave the red cap here with us. Oh man. Quingnum says need to buy a new rig. Go for it. I think rigs are getting cheaper. I mean, you could totally building computers in this generation or this millennium or this decade is a lot cheaper than what it was 10-15 years ago. So go for it. Heavy Rain says, newbie rules on MMORPG. Without them, games will be boring. Heavy Rain said, oh, there's Destiny 2 chat already. There's some Path of Exile versus Diablo 3 stuff happening in chat too. Interesting. Alrighty, okay, so I'm gonna refine my diamonds here, and then oh, there's the red cap spam. Holy shit. You guys are taking it literally. I'm not gonna do that drinking game, alright? Because I will get smashed, and I probably can't afford that many bottles of vodka or alcohol. So, please stop. People watching will have your entire screen on the left side filled with red cap. Punk says, get ready to be drunk for the rest of the year. That totally looks like it, I suppose. Right, so intermission here. I'm taking just a quick break, just interacting with people, and yeah, just letting you know, Nick, I'm just taking like a minute break. Just chilling here, get my back in action, drink some coffee. Also, I just want to give a shout out to a couple of people here, Chalk Oz, Alex, and Mathis. 3 people who recently subscribed to the channel. I can totally see their activity there, so I want to say thank you very much for supporting my channel and for subscribing. And yeah, I've got lots of interesting and hopefully entertaining and informational MMO videos coming out in the very near future. So I do appreciate your support. Quingnum says, a natural 20 versus 9,000 AC will still consider it as a hit, right? Punk says, well, Jerem, I made the ESO guild, so when you next play that, you can join it. Yep, I will let you know on a, on Discord whenever I'm on ESO, so you can just throw me an invite. Or actually, isn't ESO one of those games where you can throw an invite even though the person's offline? Or am I getting it wrong? Or is that like another game? I know there's one MMO out there that you can throw an invite to like a person who is offline, and then when they log in, they'll get like a notification or an email or an in-game mail saying that this person has invited you to their guild. I can't remember what MMO that is. I want to say it's Rift. I think it's Rift. Ah, well. Rico says, Puff of Exile. Ah, my god, I miss it, really. If you guys notice in my recent streams, no vape. My vaporizer is nowhere to be seen. I can't vape. Or rather, I kind of stopped vaping. Because I found out recently that I have an allergy to 2 ingredients that are found in the vape juice, the juice of the vape, and you know there's 2 ingredients in there. There's VG and then there's PG. I can't remember what their long scientific names are, but I think I have an allergy to PG, which is kind of really just makes my throat really messed up, and I think that's what got me sick in the first place, and caused my sinus issue. So I've kind of stopped vaping. But it was my coping mechanism, and now I don't have that. So when I see stuff like Puff, I'm just like, ugh, I can't vape. I kind of miss the cigarette, but I don't want to go back there anymore. So I guess that's why coffee is there. Rico says, MMO the MMO. If I ever get successful in life, I want to make an MMO. I want to make my own MMO. That's a bucket list thing on mine. It's my dream. I want to make an MMO, and I will call it MMO the MMO because that is super cool. Thank you, Rico. I will remember that. Pog says, "Don't worry, Jerem. We know it's actually weed." Alright, funny story, I can't do it. I can't do weed. No, I've tried it once way back in college, and I think I'm allergic to that too. I can't handle it. So, I don't do it. Heavy Rain says, Ritcap Vine compilation. Rest in peace, Vine. Vine is no longer a thing, because Snapchat and Instagram stories, and even Facebook stories now are completely taking over, so. The world of social media, which I'm too old for. I don't have Snapchat. I have Instagram, but I hardly ever post anything. And I do have Facebook, and I was really active on Facebook back in 2007 all the way up to like when I started working. Then Facebook became a thing of I'm just scrolling through to check up on my best friends, and that's about it. Like some pages, like my favorite football club and whatever, and see updates. But I never really do anything there except use the Messenger, because Facebook Messenger to me reminds me of anybody here use MSN way back in the day. MSN Messenger, that was like for you Americans it would be like AOL or ICQ, instant messaging stuff. So yeah. Treehead says wait, Jay says, wait, Jerem smokes? I thought he was underage, like 15. Thank you. It's a compliment. It's a compliment. People, what? I've got this thing where people are like, oh, you're too young. And I worked in a PR company, one of the biggest PR companies in the world for 3 years. And, one of the things I do was like present to clients and talk about strategy and, communication strategy, crisis communications. And nobody takes me seriously because everyone says like, oh, he's the young one. He's too young. I'm not young, man. I've just got a very young face. I got a baby face, but I'm not young at all. I am not 15, and I'm not 20s either. Early 20s, I should say. That's the only hint. Hey, Marine says Jerem works for Microsoft in a day and a night as a gamer. I wished I worked for Microsoft. I don't. Okay, let's refine the 8,000 diamonds. Woohoo! 98,000. I'm pretty close to 100k, but I don't know what to spend it on. So as usual, I will hold on to that for now. My bag and inventory slots are an absolute mess. Should probably do some cleaning out, but not right now. Alright, I'm just gonna check daily skirmish, because I don't think I've done skirmish on stream yet. And let me just see what else. So yeah, Whispering Caverns is where I'm at. And just to give you guys some clue, like these are just achievement stuff for all the places and completed quests. Usually the first one is the introduction quest chain, second one is the second quest chain, and the last one is usually the dungeon. So that's how you know that there is a dungeon for a particular map, because like Temple of the Spider is something you gotta do, and then when you open up your dungeon queue and you look under dungeon, you'll see like Temple of the Spider. There it is. So that's one way to keep track of which maps have dungeons. I'm just trying to figure out why I can't. I guess I really need to do the Sharndar campaign, or else I can't do that. I guess that's it for me, Nick. I can't really do skirmishes for my daily Astral Diamonds. So the next thing I probably should talk about is Neverwinter's crafting, which is, you know, it's in the title. I should talk about that too. Just before I get into that, I'm just gonna check it in chat and see if they're guessing my age right. Jay says Jerem is 15 for real. Heverin says 20. Nope. Jay says Red Cap 15. Quick says any Asian looks too young to a foreigner. which is kind of true. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how true. I'm not speaking for all Asians, but Heverin says 25. Not exactly. Quingnum says he is 20s after all. Yeah. So mid to late 20s. I would say late 20s is it. It's definitely late 20s. Jay says I'm still in high school. I kind of wish I was, because I would be super awesome. I'd be like the most intelligent high school kid there ever was, which would be great. Maybe I could earn more money, I suppose, that way. 27, 28-ish is absolutely right. Quingnam wins. Quingnam's got it right. Punk says I'm 45. Fuck you, Punk. I'm not that old. I am not that old. But you know, if I was 45 and still wearing a red cap, I would have problems. Yeah. But then again, the red cap, my excuse, and I'm sticking with it, was if you remember the old headphones, they were really uncomfortable. So yeah, the cap is to help the pressure on my head so it doesn't hurt that much. But now I just wear the cap because there's a lot of fuckers in chat that absolutely want me to wear the cap. And also, you know, if you're having a bad day, just pop on the cap. You know, no worries. No, I'm not 30. Quingnam got it right. I'm 27 this year. So there you go. It's my age for you guys. Okay, let's talk about some crafting. Let me just refine all this stuff. Refinement opens up. Remember, you know how I was gonna upgrade my artifact and all, and you saw me inserting those points into those bars. Those all require refinement points, and that mechanic sort of opens up at like 30. I want to say about level 30, which also means that if there's gear that you're not using, you can convert them into refining points, refinement points, which you couldn't do before level 26, I think. So after 26, a lot of the game just opens up. Campaign is a thing, refinement, enchanting, runestones. Runestones are these little things. Do I have any in my bag? No, I put them all in my bank. But runestones are basically for your companions, and you can slot them in here, like see, empower runestones. And I've pretty much upgraded my companion, my direwolf, max to the max, which is just basically 35. But if you want to make him legendary, then look at the cost. It'll cost you 1 million astral diamonds. Could be worth it, again, if you have the right companion for your class. Not all companions are, you know, because like I said at the start of stream, every companion will give you bonuses when you equip them and when you summon them. So before you spend any money or any AED on upgrading stuff, absolutely do research and find out which companion is best for you, and if you can get them free to play. Like if you can get them from an in-game event or whatever, or you know, if Tobias Holm has just subscribed to my channel. That's awesome. Thank you, Tobias. I appreciate the support. Welcome to the GRM fam. We are a crazy bunch of people, and we love having fun. And yeah, so you've just subscribed in time for like another week of streams, and then it's gonna be the Neverwinter review before we move on to the next MMO. But good to have you, Tobias. Thank you very much. Once again, I appreciate the support. Thank you. As I was saying, 1 million AD. I mean, again, for a companion, it's gonna take some time. Like I'm very close to 100,000 AD now, actual diamonds. So I guess in like 3 or 4 weeks or like a month of farming, if you do your dailies every day, you could totally afford this. Or you could just go to the store and look for a companion that is. Actually, you know what? They don't sell legendary companions. No, the highest you can get is like a purple, and it's like 2005 for this one. That looks pretty sick. That's cool. This one comes with a bonding runestone. Now this is one, when I was doing some research about gear and what kind of gear you want to have, the runestone, you already know you can equip runestones on your companions, and that's going to give you offensive and defensive power because you have 2 slots. Here's the character sheet for the companion. You can see I've slotted runestones in a offensive slot, which is going to affect your offensive stat, and then you've got a defensive slot as well. But my companion has all 3 offensive slots, so it's an all-out offensive bastard. But some mounts do have 1 defensive slot, for example. So a bonding runestone is one of the most sought-after runestones in the game. For companions, and you can upgrade this into a higher level and everything, and everybody, at least from what I've researched, they're farming for a very high level bonding runestone, and it costs a lot of money. So that's one of the things that you're probably going to be grinding for when you reach end game for your companion. For yourself, it's probably going to be artifacts, it's probably going to be weapon and armor and enchantment and all that stuff, which will be the last stream that I do, I think. My last Neverwinter stream will be when I'm at 70 and, you know, start grinding for gear and everything. Checking in on chat right here. Quicknum says, I still got ID'd when I went to a bar in UK when I was 28-ish. You know what? Yeah. We've got a very... we used to have a pretty big nightclub where I'm at. And I had an experience where I got stopped, and you know, bouncer wanted me to show ID because he absolutely was adamant that I wasn't of age, but my identification card said otherwise. So, Jesus, are you at the age where you need a piss bag and Zimmer frame? No, but I will get there eventually if I have to deal with you guys in chat all the time. That you know, reading your chat alone puts 10 years on my life. Rico says, GRM just wants to have fun by Cindy Laufer. Quignum says, buying legendary companion sounds dodgy. Yep, it would have totally, if there was legendary companions in the store, you can already tell what what my review is gonna sound like when it comes to buying gear in that sense, because let's not beat around the bush here. Companions are an important part of how you play Neverwinter because they do fight for you, they do skills, and they have boons and buffs that when summoned or when equipped will affect your stats. So they are a piece of equipment in that regard. So if you can buy good ones in the store for Zen, even a purple one is good. Like this one, my direwolf came from a founder's pack that cost me 200 bucks, my currency, 200 Malaysian ringgit, which was about 40 USD at the time, or 50 USD, I don't remember, but I paid a lot of money for the founder's pack, and that's how I got a purple companion. If you go back to the Zen store, let's go back to a companion. Let's say we want to buy a purple Black Dragon Stone, which, that's a weird looking companion, so it's basically a floating orb. So this one is 2,500 Zen, right? So I'm going to open up the Zen market page, which is going to open up a separate browser here. And my OBS doesn't capture browser, but what I can do is I can just tell you how much it costs in US dollars. So I can give you guys a some context here. So 2,000 Zen will cost you $20 US. 2,000 Zen is $20 US. 1,000 Zen is $10 US dollars, that is. So if I wanted to pick up a like a purple mount, it's gonna cost me at least 100 ringgit, 100 bucks in my currency to get a purple mount from the store. So there you go. My opinions are reserved, but do check Discord later. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it's part and parcel of the DDO, sorry, of the Neverwinter thing. You know, you could buy your companions, but I don't know. I checked it earlier. I don't think you could buy like weapons and stuff. You could probably. I know there's packs. So these are packs, and they sell them by class as well. So like I'm an Oathbound Paladin. So let me just look for my Oathbound Paladin pack. There it is, 3,500. All right, after 2,000, the next pack is 5,000 Zen, and that's gonna go for $50 US dollars, 50 USD. Or I could buy 4,000 for like 40. What's in this pack? Everything a new Oathbound Paladin needs and more power. There's weapons in here, armor, an adventurer's pack, a 24 slot bag, and a dedicated squire. This is a blue, which is rare. Which means it's, I don't know if that's even good. And adventurous helpers pack, you got some items in there, and then there's a gritter bag of holding this at 24 slots. But I can't really see the weapon in here. Oh, there it is. Paladin's blessed mace, blessed shield, blessed helm, blessed mantle, but no level requirement, so I guess you can open it at whatever level. So, you know, I wish I had the money. I wish I was rich and I could put money into my reviews and I could buy all the things and I could tell you whether it's worth it or whether it's paid or not. I'm just not in that financial situation to do that, and I really want to, because again, I'm from Malaysia, my currency sucks. I think you know, it's gonna be super expensive for me to do that, but maybe someday I will. When this channel actually takes off and becomes popular, I will probably do that in the future. But yeah, that's a quick look at companions and stuff. Punk says, buying a companion? I need this game. I don't know. Punk, you could probably go around the dodgier streets in your neighborhood. You should be able to find a companion, if you know what I mean. Quingnum says, will it accompany for the night? I can see where this is going, and it's not going good. Scrolling down. Queenum says, I think Jerem misunderstood the dodgy part. Probably, yeah. Punk says, Jerem needs to get real. Brian says, not worth paying real money in Neverwinter. And to a certain extent, I agree, because, you know, I've gotten to 64 as a free-to-play player. I mean, yes, I did buy the Founders Pack in 2013, and all that's given me is, the only thing that's worth a damn is like the bag. I got a free bag, I got the mount, and I got the horse, which is a fast horse. Besides that, I suppose you can get that all with in-game currency as well, because for those of you that are just joining us, I did show you guys the exchange, didn't I? Where, you know, you could spend your 80, you can convert some 80 into Zen and just buy stuff from the store that way. So it's not like, oh, these are only for players who pay money. You can only buy the things in the Zen store if you paid money. That's not the case at all, because if you have the time, you play 10-15 hours a day, you got lots of AD, feel free to convert that and spend it in the store. Queen says the crafting bag is well worth it. If I were to buy something from the store, it would probably be another crafting bag. So Rico says loot box companions, which is actually what this game has. So this is like their latest loot box of the Lost. You can preview it, inspect box, and you can totally see what's in this loot bag. So there's one purple companion in here. It's the Savage Allosaur. It's a dinosaur companion. And you can also have a box of companions in here. Jungle Cat mount pack. In this mount pack, you have so it's like an RNG box within an RNG box. Doesn't it remind you of Star Wars, Rico? Inside the lockbox, there's a chance to have a jungle mount pack, which may contain either an rare or epic insignia, and sorry, it can either contain a rare mount or an epic mount. So, like I said, man, it's like an RNG box within an RNG box. It's just one of those things, man. That sort of annoys me a little bit. All right, enough about the store. Brian says, which is Brian, for those of you watching this, Brian in chat, in YouTube chat, is actually Nick here in game. He's with me right now, and Brian says, I bought the Dragonborn thing. I think that's the only thing that's cool in Neverwinter. Dragonborn, like, are you talking about? Okay, let me see what this Dragonborn thing is. Are you talking about the pack? This one, Legendary Dragonborn pack. Dude, that's 7,500 Zen. That would have been close to like $75 US. That's like $300 now. I mean, in our currency, Brian. But you know what you get with this is you get a race, Dragonborn race. You get one more character slot, one race reroll, an artifact, fashion enchantments, overload enchantments, all 5 Bahamut Regalia pieces, no idea what that is, and a Dragon Horde bag. What is a Dragon Horde bag? Ooh, look at that. Glyphs, 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 glyphs. Rank 9. Interesting. 7,000, huh? Oh, Heavy Rain says, same exchange as Secret World Legends. Yes. Yes, indeed. Same as well as Guild Wars 2 with the gem store exchange. The only difference is in Guild Wars 2 you could buy the store currency, the gems, with in-game gold, and gold comes from everywhere. It's a universal currency. In Neverwinter, gold doesn't mean a whole lot. It's in my eyes, it's useless, but it's actually not. The real veteran players will say there's a tangible use for gold. You can buy your pots, you can buy your altars, you can buy some other stuff. And if you, in chat, some people will buy or trade stuff for gold. So it has its uses, but the real heavyweight of Neverwinter is, of course, the Astral Diamonds. Same with Secret World. Secret World has Aurum, and it's got Marks of Favor. And you know, you earn marks of favor. You got to earn through dailies and everything. But there's no other currency in that game. Like you know, gold. There's no gold and everything. So it's kind of like. So I favor Guild Wars 2's exchange a lot because gold comes from everywhere. It's you know, it's such a valuable thing, and it's easy to farm and it's easy to get, and you can totally buy gems with it. Kingdom says, "What's in the box?" Dig in the box. He says, "Dildos." Brian says, yeah, it's $300 when I bought it. Oh my god. Ooh. There's a separate Golden Dragon too. Nah. Quingnum says, Dragonborn race is overpowered. Now that'll be interesting. I wish I could review it, but I'm not gonna spend money in that. You know, whether it is a, you know, one race is superior to the next or something like that is not something that I can look at, because the maximum amount of time I will put into an MMO reviews a month. Because wow, if I spend more than a month, you know, reviewing 2-3 different races, everybody will be like, oh, fuck this guy, he's not uploading enough content, I'm unsubscribing. Oh, man. Jay says, a new GRM meme was born. I should probably not open that until after the stream. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's talk about crafting now, because we've not talked about crafting yet, have we? So crafting in Neverwinter is another one of those things that, and I was exposed to crafting very early on in 2013 when I first got the game. So you open it with your N key, and you'll be like, what the hell am I looking at? So let's explain. There's a bunch of professions in Neverwinter. There's weaponsmithing, tailoring, platesmithing, mailsmithing, leatherworking, artificing, black ice shaping, drill grounding, Herschel, I don't know, wow. So there's a bunch. And to level up your crafting, you can get your crafting to like a max level of 20. So I've got like 4 slots open right now. and you can get more by getting to level 60 or getting a profession to level 10. It's going to open up more slots. And how crafting works is they're based on tasks. So for example, I'm leveling up my leadership right now, and leadership is good for getting silver, getting experience, and sometimes at higher ranks you can even get unrefined astral diamonds as well. So what I'm used to, or I suppose what we're all used to in traditional MMO crafting, is going out in the world and harvesting the materials, and then we go back to town and we look for like a crafting station, and we're proactively selecting the ingredients and materials, and we're crafting it there and then on the spot. Not in Neverwinter. So Neverwinter, for example, I've also got jewel crafting, and at level 1 common you have to hire like a jewel crafter person, and then you go and send them on sort of like missions, and they take a while to complete. So for example, if I wanted some raw gems, I'm gonna need this polisher and a bunch of rare materials that I've picked up by using a dungeon kit or a nature kit or stuff like that. And then this is gonna take 6 hours, and hit continue. And I've got a jewel crafter that increases my speed. I can also add like a bunch of polishers to increase the speed. So from 6 hours, it is now 4 hours and 48 minutes. So when that's done, I get raw gems, I get some leather strips, and some jewel crafting experience. So you hit the start, and you do nothing. And if you want to rush it, you can hit the finish now and spend 19,000 astral diamonds, which in itself is ridiculous. I've just only gotten 90k. Why would I spend about 20k just to rush that? So I've been doing a lot of leadership, and I usually do like the long ones and just leave them overnight. But I'm so not used to this crafting system because it takes forever for one, and it's a way of them pushing you to spend your 80 and grind more to get more 80, or if you really can't take it, then maybe spend some Zen or buy some Zen and convert that, sell that Zen for 80, and that's how you can speed things up. So it's weird. I mean, all these stuff, there's 20 ranks, right? So when you're at like rank, you don't get to see what the tasks are for anything higher. You only see what that's nearby to you. So for me at jewel crafting rank 4, some of the stuff I can craft, also not at a station. I have to do a bunch of various tasks to get some materials, and then craft like a Lobby belt, like level 10, and then do another task to craft the next iteration of that belt, level 14, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. And frankly speaking, like I was only progressing my leadership for the sole purpose of getting some of the XP benefits and getting some of the chests here, because some stuff can drop which are pretty handy. But beyond that, me and crafting in Neverwinter, I'm not gonna touch it. Like, I really am not gonna bother with this crap because it's time sinks, it's busy work. It's sort of like, in Star Wars The Old Republic, you can send your companions companions? No, sorry, you could send people away to go and do I forget what they're called, but they can go and gather materials and stuff for you to craft, right? You don't do any of the crafting here, you just do tasks, which is kind of mind-boggling, and some of them will require assets, like they all need specific items that either come from the store, where you can buy profession packs, you can buy profession booster packs, and some of these items will drop in here and stuff like that. It's not for me. This crafting system, if there's a way where I can just farm dungeons or spend my seals or even go to the damn auction house and buy gear there, I would rather do it that way. I don't know, because I'm a new player, I'm not even 70 yet, and I haven't spent like 3 months at 70 grinding for gear. I don't know what the best thing you can get out of the crafting professions here are. And are they super important for artifacts or rune stones or, stuff like that? I don't know. So I can't really say. I'm just saying that this crafting system, for me, not my thing. So I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it to show you guys and talk about it in the final review. But it's not for me. it's just one of those things where I'm like, Rico says dildos and dragons online. Heavy Rain says yeah boy, and Brian says there used to be an option to open crafting in browser, craft on the go. I remember that. You could log into your oh, what is it called? Neverwinter Companion, was it? Or it was something else. If I can't remember, but yeah, you could do it on your browser. You can log in, and then that same crafting window would appear on your browser, and then you can click your task and everything. And you can also collect your reward on your browser and start a new task. But when you log on, or when you log in, like when you get back from work or whatever, you'll see those items in your bag. So I thought that feature was kind of cool. It's just this sort of system is you're not doing anything. You know, you're not being proactive. It doesn't feel like you're contributing to your own crafting progression. It just and you know, it takes so long to get to where you want. It's another grind. Like I'm 64 now, and I only really started playing like a week or so ago. So in a week or so ago, if I'm 64 now and I'm only crafting like level 15, 14 gear, what's the point? You know, it's not going to help me anyway, so it's going to take a long time for my crafting to catch up to where my main character is at, level-wise or gear-wise. So, as I said, it's probably best or easier if you sort of farm gear elsewhere from like the auction house or, you know, stuff. So that's crafting. I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think of that crafting system? Do you know another MMO that, you know, utilizes the same type of system, or do you prefer it because it's so laid back? Like you just pick a task, you chill, and come back tomorrow and just pick your rewards, or you know, are you guys more traditional in a sense that you want to do everything on your own, right? Gathering the mats, crafting the item. Heavy Rain says glitch. Look at that NPC. I noticed there was like one just twirling around here, right? Yeah, I saw that. I totally saw that glitch. Yeah. And this is something new. So, because I've been so involved in Guild Wars 2 over the past 6 months because of how the review took off and everything, I spent a lot of time in Guild Wars 2, right? And vistas are one of my favorite things about that game. And then I came across these scrying stones, and do you know what? These are Neverwinter's version of the Vista. So let's see one right here. So it shows you the area, the map you're in like 2 seconds. It doesn't really zoom around. It's not as posh as Guild Wars 2, but there's actually places in the world now that you can actually go and look at, you know, scenery. You don't get experience from it like Guild Wars 2, and you don't get map completion or stuff like that. But I wish they'd think of stuff like that, because do you think anybody gives a shit about watching the scenery if there's nothing in it for them? You know what I mean? Because I'm if I want to get immersed in a world, and if I want to enjoy the beauty and the scenery, I probably would. But you know, most players aren't like me. They just want to progress, and they want to grind, and they want to get better, and they want to do things that are worth doing for their character and for their gear and for their stats. And you know, adding this is just a nice touch for those Neverwinter people who love, you know, Dungeons and Dragons, Neverwinter, Sword Coast, whatever. If you're so in love with this setting and this world, and you enjoy seeing the scenery, then great. For me, like when I see it out in the world, I'll go and look at it once, and I'm like, cool, you know. But I've been spoiled by other MMOs. It's as simple as that. Heavy Rain says try Critica Online. Critica is not on the voting list, unfortunately, because it is IP banned and it's region blocked. If you go to the website, well, I went to the website. I tried to download it for work for first impressions video, and I looked at the FAQ, and there's a list of countries not included, or a list of countries that have been blacklisted, and you know, my country unfortunately is one of them, which is kind of why I can't play games like Critica Online. I can't play Black Desert Online. I can't play Blade and Soul. So, sucks to be me. I mean, when it comes to like IP regions and bans. Rico says cutscenes become clicker games. So, I mean, just to wrap everything that we've talked about today, campaigns are I suppose, one of Neverwinter's important content progressions that as new players you really want to get started on, like Tyranny of Dragons, for example. I just got a brand new boon today, which I'm kind of happy about, but just thinking about getting all the way up to the top there, it's going to take me months and months and months of work, which at this point I'm not sure I'll be doing, because after Neverwinter, I don't usually stick around unless I really fall in love with the game, which at this point, I'm unlikely in that regard. In terms of where I'm at now, PvE content-wise, I'm too... Hero of Neverwinter doesn't sound like a quest or like a map, so I guess this is like the final PvE linear map quest. Like everything from here, from the Tower District all the way until the Whispering Caverns, that is the extent, the bulk of your theme park PvE linear quest experience in Neverwinter. Once that's done, everything else, I suppose, becomes campaigns, new maps and new areas based on the campaigns. And there's still some PvE, some main stories to go through, but it all becomes a la carte. You finish one campaign, do the dailies, get the boons and the whatever, blah blah blah, and you move on, and then you get a new zone. So I guess it just stops. There's no more continuation of another PvE questline through like 7 or 8 different maps. I think that's done once I'm done with Whispering Caverns. So Hero of Neverwinter is like the last thing, and then I'm done with PvE. Then I'm just gonna do campaigns. I'm gonna jump into some PvP. Probably the next stream I should be hitting level 60 by Tuesday. Sorry, it's level 70 by next Tuesday, and then by next weekend I can wrap it all up. We'll do some PvP. We'll check out level 70, what level 70 is like, how are some of the campaigns. I'll start all the campaigns simultaneously, so I can make a decision about which ones, how they're all, if they're all worth doing, I suppose. So that's my plan for next weekend PvP, and also the Foundry. Yeah, I want to talk about the Foundry as well, and probably show you guys what making quests look like, and I'll show you guys the quest that I made 4 years ago, which will be fun. So I suppose that sort of wraps it up here. It's midnight. This has been a 3-hour stream, which is pretty good. Last couple of streams have only been like 2 hours, but I'm absolutely taking it one step further, another hour here. That's why I kind of started at 9. So checking on chat here, Heavy Rain says, I meant in your spare time. Yeah, I mean, spare time, I know. It's not that I don't have the time to play the game. It's I can't download it, I can't play it, because the publisher either don't have the license to publish in my country or in my region, which is why I can't even make an account and download the game. Because if I could, I would, check it out, but I can't. That's what IP bans are. Brian says you should try PvP before level 70. Back then, after level 70, the equipments are pretty imbalanced. Not too sure now. The only way, I mean, I'm not sure if you're here on stream when I was talking about Brian, but I tried getting into PvP when I was like level 40 and 50, just trying to get into a match. I was in the 49 bracket, I think, and I waited for 2 hours or an hour and a half, and I never got a match because there's just no one in those brackets between 49 to like 59 or like 30 something or 60 that are just queuing. So I tried and tried and tried, and I could never get a match. There's just no one queuing. So I guess, I mean, the fair thing to do is just, I want to show people, if you're brand new to 70, if you're a brand new player, if you jump in PvP, what's going to happen? Can you be competitive? I think the obvious answer is probably not, but it's worth showing on stream anyway. Because if I turn out good and I kick everybody's ass, that'll be a surprise, wouldn't it? Again, highly unlikely. Heavy Rain says, so we voted here. The results are Arcage 1, Rift 1, Terra 4? That's 4 for Terra, is that what you're saying? World of Warcraft 1 and Aeon 4. I could be reading that wrong, but I'll go look at the results myself. So yeah, that's sort of where I stand Neverwinter. It's been a great week so far. With the festival, I've got what I wanted to get, which is basically my funky little outfit here, V for Vendetta outfit in like black and gold. Kind of happy with that. Brian says there was a time they put in AI to join the PvP. AI? You're talking about bots. The Neverwinter actually put bots in PvP? AI controlled bots. Wow, that's insane. I can't imagine that. That would have been fun. So yeah, I mean, this game's been around for 4 years now. So a lot has happened in like the 4 years that I've missed, I suppose. So it'll be fun when I do my research and stuff for the review and just talk about it. Talk about everything from a new player's perspective. That'll be fun. Alright guys, I guess that's gonna do it for me. 3-hour stream here, 12 a.m. Gotta work bright and early tomorrow. And get started on a couple of videos that I'm working on. One's coming out on Halloween itself, 31st of October. It's gonna be just, doing like a review of all the Halloween events from all the MMOs that I played this year, and which is my favorite MMO Halloween of 2017. So that's like a mini video coming out. I'm currently editing the next MMO discussion video. It's about lifetime subscriptions. It's just a short one, and it could be pretty fun. It could be a pretty fun discussion video. Moving forward, more streams. I know there's a random stream that I'm planning to do on Twitch. My Twitch is sort of like the forgotten child right now, and I know people are following me there, and why follow me on Twitch if I'm not streaming there, right? So I'm gonna make it up to all of you guys who follow me on Twitch and do some more random streams, which I used to do back in the day. I used to do a lot of random streams, and then it just stopped. So I'm trying to bring that back and play some other games as well. Like I just downloaded Fortnite Battle Royale is a pretty popular thing that it's there to combat PUBG. PUBG is this thing, and then Battle Royale came in, and I don't want to buy PUBG because I'm pretty cheap, but I'm thinking about it as well. So yeah, those could be the random streams happening on Twitch, and then all the heavy MMORPG stuff will be here on YouTube. Rico says PvPVE. Clever, yeah, because there's bots in there, right? So PvPVE. I mean, the only MMO that I can think of that actually added like little bots in there was, for those of you that played Lord of the Rings Online, when they created the Osgiliath Arena PvP. I'm not sure how many of you guys remember this, but the Osgiliath map, Turbine at the time, now SSG, introduced a map in Osgiliath that you could fight on a bridge. So it's like the humans, or sorry, the free peoples versus the orcs on a bridge, and it was very MOBA. There's like towers shooting stuff, and then you got orcs and stuff running around. So those were bots. And I mean, it's sort of like NPCs, which most games have anyway, right? Like for open world PvP, you've got NPC guards or whatever that you need to kill. But for an arena, having a bot act as a player or react like an AI of a player is kind of weird. So I totally believe you when you say it kind of ruined it for a while there. Ryan says, what a beautiful night. Hey, Ryan Wolf, what's up? Yeah, it's kind of a nice night here in Neverwinter, I suppose. I don't know. The other thing I haven't really talked about, now that Ryan mentioned it, is actually the graphics and the environments. If you're looking at this and thinking, wow, Neverwinter looks old and dated and looks crappy, or if you're wondering, oh god, what's wrong with this guy's graphic settings, it sucks. Just, again, I probably showed this on the first stream, but I'm running a lot of things on max right now. So basically what you're seeing, and because this is 60 FPS, what you're seeing is what you're getting. This is absolutely high. This is on a 1080 as well, GTX 1080. This is it. This is their graphics, and I can sort of understand why, or it's pretty common with console games as well. I mean, let's exclude ESO from the discussion. ESO had a very high budget. Because it knew what it was going to do. It was going to launch on consoles. So Neverwinter is on consoles, and with these kind of graphics, it's decent. On the highest setting, it's pretty decent. Movement and combat combat is fluid enough for me that it's not like a repetitive crap thing that I just hate. Combat's actually pretty fluid and fun and actiony that I don't mind it at all. Its character movement could be better, I suppose. I mean, the reticle system is very responsive, and it has to be because, you know, unlike other MMOs that have the reticle system in comparison to Secret World Legends, let's say, Neverwinter, especially Dungeons, that skirmishes chucks a fuck ton of mobs at you at the same time, and you're constantly moving around looking, and then your at wills, which are basically your left and rights, have combos that you need to strike. And it's here where movement is restricted. When you're in the process of your 3-strike combo, you can't strafe, you can't move around, but hitting the WASD will just change the direction of where your combo is going to strike. I'm a very mobile player. I love moving around, you know, when I'm fighting. But when you've committed to a combo strike from your at will, there's not a whole lot you can do. So in that regard, it just feels really restrictive. But then again, it's because I am a pretty new player here in Neverwinter, so I'm just maybe taking my time getting used to that. So hey. Alrighty. Heavy Rain says, "Don't leave us." I'm not leaving you guys. Channel's still here. I will be back. I'll try and do more random streams during the week. But the problem with that is, during the week, I mean, who watches live streams during the week? Just let's like a quick survey. Are you guys working or at school or anything? I mean, do you guys even watch? Would you guys even watch streams if I did it during, I don't know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, at the same time? Is that something you guys watch? Because if it is, then fuck, I do more streams during the week. Just a survey. I mean, but if not, then, you know, I'm streaming to no one. And while I that's how I started streaming. My very first ESO stream, which is actually the very first stream on my channel, I had exactly one viewer. One live viewer and one person in chat. That was how I started streaming. And I remember it vividly because I was streaming at Christmas. Christmas was the first ever, Christmas 2016 was the first ever live stream, and it was the ESO leveling stream number 1, which is pretty bad because that was my first live stream ever. I was so nervous. You know, and the fact that I was streaming to nobody, there's no live audience, the chat was empty. It was kind of like a weird thing, you know. So, but that's how you learn. You got to do it. So, why did I even bring that up? Oh yeah, because I was wondering who would watch streams on the weekdays. I mean, I've got no problem just making streams because I know people will probably save it and watch it, or watch like a few minutes when they come back from work or school or whatever, and then save it for the weekend or whatever. So, well, we'll see. Heavy Rain says, I like stream on weekends. So do I, because it's when I've got the most time during the week. I'm just like you guys. I've got work and family and life to take care of. Jay says, I'll watch. Always the loyalist, Jay. But timing could be an issue. Like Punk's got school, so if it's past 3 o'clock UK time, 3 o'clock UK time would be 11 p.m. for me. I think it's 11 p.m. So if it's 11 p.m. for me, I could probably do an hour stream because I don't want to go past 12 midnight, especially when I've got work the next day. So it's a timing thing, you know. It's just kind of sad where I am in the world, you know. Here I'm not working on weekends. Well, fun fact, I actually work on weekends, but during the day, mornings, I try to get most things done by 12 p.m. so I can keep my weekends free. So that's it for me, you guys. I'm gonna call it here. Thank you, everybody in chat and everybody that dropped by. Super appreciative of you guys hanging out here on the 3rd live stream for Neverwinter. Special thanks to Nick Scryer, aka Brian Kwan, for joining me tonight. Dude, thank you so much. Super helpful, especially for the daily and dungeon stuff and some of the information that you've shared on Neverwinter so far. And to everybody that dropped by in chat. Super awesome to see. Mr. Gaming, for example, came back. Super awesome, changed his name. Don't forget, you guys, if you just came in, there's a couple of important links in the description box below that I want to make you guys aware of before I end the stream. The first one is a straw poll that I created, which is going to help me decide which is the next MMORPG that I'm going to be reviewing after Neverwinter. There's a bunch of MMO titles in that straw poll. That link is in the description box below, so please click that and vote. Every vote counts. And if the game you chose ends up not being the one chosen, don't worry about it, because I will get to it eventually. The poll is just to help me decide which one's going to be coming first, and then subsequent ones, and blah blah blah. Secondly, down there we have our Discord, official Discord. There's some work I need to do, like changing the names, making it more official, because right now it's just like a Battles Party Discord right now. So I'm gonna change it to look more professional. But we do have our own Discord community where we talk crap and banter, and you guys can ask me questions in real time and whatever. And I'm on there. I'll share stuff with you guys. I'll share stuff behind the scenes, about the channel. And you guys, if I'm planning something, if I'm planning a video, if I need ideas, or if I need something, then I will probably ask on Discord first before I do it. So go ahead and join there. It's gonna be pretty fun. So that's it really. Again, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. I had a blast tonight, and Neverwinter so far, level 66. I've gotten about 2 levels tonight on stream, because it is the double experience weekend. If you're a new player jumping in now, you'll get a crap ton of levels. So if you want to level a new character in Neverwinter, now's the best time to do it, because there's only 2 days left for the double XP weekend, which is also true for the Halloween festival, the Masquerade of Lies. You've got 2 days left to do it, so there's that. Okay, I'm going for good now. Again, thank you guys, thank you everybody for joining the stream. Once again, I'm Adrian, and I thank you for watching. Have a good week, everybody.